Good Tuesday afternoon. Welcome to the Voice of Ocala. I'm Tom Schmitz coming to you live from the studios of WOCA at the Paddock Mall in beautiful, sunny, albeit a little chilly, Ocala, Florida. Right outside the entrance to the commissary for WOCA radio, or the food court to some other people. I want to talk to you about Bill Cosby. Yet another woman has come forward accusing Bill Cosby of sexual harassment. And this time it's Helen Gumpel. Why is that significant? He's had 30. Why is she more important than he? I'm not saying Helen Gumpel's more important. But Helen Gumpel appeared on the Cosby Show numerous times as an actress on the show. Her allegations against Cosby detailed what she claims happened on the set of the show in 1988. According to Gumpel, she says Cosby made improper and lewd advances on her. He invited her to his set following her first appearance on the show. She went there expecting another audition. Instead, she reportedly arrived to find the comedian waiting for her inside his dressing room, where he handed her a drink. We've heard this story. Gumpel claimed Cosby made her sit on the couch and stood in front of her with his privates up close to her. She refused Cosby's advances, and her career paid the price. I refused his advances. My career was a victim because of that. So here's another woman that tells pretty much the same type story that every woman has told about Bill Cosby. I don't know when this is going to end. He's canceled some more shows now. When are people going to stop booking this guy? Does anyone have any respect left for Bill Cosby? I mean, this makes in the 30s the women that have come forward and said Bill Cosby in some form or another sexually assaulted them. When does just the sheer magnitude of women telling the same story finally make people say, you know, this is a bad guy? And I know, innocent until proven guilty, and he can't be found guilty in the court of public opinion and all that, and I agree with that, 100%. I'm not saying Bill Cosby is guilty of a crime. I'm saying Bill Cosby is guilty of being a bad guy. And that's evident by the number of women that have come forward from different eras, all with basically the same story. Do I know if anything criminal there happened or not? No, because I don't know all the facts. Do I know it's being portrayed as criminal acts in the press? Well, yeah, of course. It looks highly criminal. It sounds criminal. But I can't say for sure that it was criminal because I don't know all the facts. But I know it wasn't nice. I know a bad guy when I see one. And Bill Cosby's a bad guy. He's not been convicted of any crime, not been charged with a crime. So you can't say what he's done is criminal. It looks criminal. It smells criminal. It has criminal elements to it, if you ask me. But it's not been deemed criminal yet. But he is a bad guy, in my opinion. I can make that declaration. And the way to stop this bad guy is to, if you don't file criminal charges against him, at least exile him from everything. Stop booking him so he can do shows in Canada. Stop booking him for shows in Colorado. Stop booking him for shows in New York and Pennsylvania. Stop booking him, period. Because while there's no obvious criminal charges coming, there may be eventually, but not right now. All these women aren't lying, in my opinion. Can't be. They all are from different eras, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s. They didn't all get together at some women's tea party and decide, hey, let's ruin Bill Cosby. This happened because Bill Cosby's a bad guy. And people that continue to buy tickets to his events, people who continue to go to his events, people who continue to support him, agencies who continue to book him for shows, shame on you. This is a bad guy. 30 some odd women, all with basically the same story of sexual assault and sexual abuse. And we're giving Cliff Huxtable the benefit of the doubt. Fat Albert gets the benefit of the doubt. Russell and Mushmouth get the benefit of the doubt. All because he was all those people. You give him the benefit of the doubt over 30 plus women that have said he sexually assaulted us. This is a man who had the trust of parents, the trust of kids. Jello Pops. Growing up, that's what I wanted, Jello Pops, because Bill Cosby said so. Fat Albert used to be one of my favorite cartoons. All the while, this evil, vile man was abusing women. And I firmly believe he was now. I don't have proof. I don't have criminal proof. I couldn't convict him in a court of law, but I don't have to. I listened to 30 plus women, what they've said, and all their stories are about the same over 3 different decades. That's a bad man. That's a bad dude. There's no other way to say it. That's a bad dude. And how do you stop him? You quit going to his shows. You quit showing support. You quit spending your dollars to go see him. Because as long as people will buy the tickets, venues and agencies are going to continue to book him because he makes money. So quit buying the tickets. Bill Cosby is a bad guy, and he's getting away with it because everybody wants to give him the benefit of the doubt instead of these 30-some-odd women who have come forward. Well, you think they're making it up? They just arbitrarily picked and said, hey, let's try to destroy Bill Cosby. He's such a pillar of the community. Let's just try to knock him down a notch. Is that what you think happened? Or is it more logical to think Bill Cosby used his popularity and his power in Hollywood and his power in the industry to manipulate and submit these women into these kind of situations? That makes more sense to me, looking at it. 30 some odd women over 3 decades don't all get together and say, let's bring Bill Cosby down. It's a bad dude. We're going to take a break. Coming back, Trivia Tuesday with Tom, your chance to win. Today we got 2 tickets to the Marion Civic Theater, the Ocala Civic Theater. We're going to also give away Mojo's Grill catering gift cards. Give away some Bob Wine's gift certificates and a $10 gift certificate to Downtown Pond from Bellevue. Do all that on this episode of Trivia Tuesday with Tom. Your chance to beat me. All you have to do is call in 622-9622. You answer one question and you're a winner from a standard Trivial Pursuit game. And you'll be a winner. You got 10 seconds to do so. Give me your thoughts on Bill Cosby as well. 622-9622. Your chance to win Trivia Tuesday. And another ISIS story in the news. When are we going to get rid of these people too? We'll talk about that next, right here on Trivia Tuesday with Tom, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local. The Source.
Hi, this is Randy Briggs of the Briggs Law Firm. My son Bo and I practice exclusively in the representation of accident victims. And we've been asked many times why we would support and sponsor the program Ask the Cops with Sheriff Blair and Chief Graham, who are in the world of criminal law enforcement. Well, these legal rights actually overlap. In civil law enforcement, we're in the business of recovering for victims of accidents that which has been taken away from them and holding the responsible party accountable. Both civil law and criminal law share those common goals. So we're all in the field of law enforcement, and for that reason, we're proud to sponsor Ask the Cops on the Voice of Ocala with Buddy Martin. So if your family or a friend needs help in an accident situation, feel free to contact us at our website, www.The Law Firm. We're located in the Ocala Historic District.
Let's give it up for old asphalt and a new pair of shoes. Let's give it up for a good rhythm meeting a sweet melody. For a church cookout under clear skies. Let's give it up for good things coming together, like bundling your auto and other policies together with an Allstate agent, which can save you time and keep you better protected. Let's give it up for good.
To receive your comparative insurance quote, contact the McDonald Agency at 622-2333.
Guy Harvey Checking is now exclusively available at Gateway Bank. With Guy Harvey Checking, you will receive Gateway's premium checking account plus several other Guy Harvey Ocean Foundation features, including membership to the Guy Harvey Hammerhead Nation, free Guy Harvey t-shirt, and an exclusive Guy Harvey debit card. At Gateway Bank, we will make a $50 donation to the Guy Harvey Ocean Foundation for every new account opened. This is just one more reason why people choose Gateway Bank. Sign up today for your exclusive Guy Harvey checking account with Gateway. Details available at gatewaybankcfl.com, member FDIC.
Right on the southwestern corner of the square sits one of the finest dining establishments in Florida, Mark's Prime Steakhouse and Seafood Restaurant. Mark's offers big city dining amenities in a charming and small town setting. It's a rare treat to experience both the ambiance and the exquisite cuisine in a friendly atmosphere. Ocala's finest restaurant serves the finest beef, the freshest seafood, premium wines, and naturally fresh vegetables. From valet parking to splendid service, Mark's offers the complete package. Check it out today. Mark's Prime Seafood and Steakhouse Restaurant.
Where did you sit when the dust settled?
Richard Petty goes back in front. They both spin. They're in the wall.
Where did you sit when the tempers flared?
And now it appears we may have a fist fight. Drivers and helmets.
Or when standing ovation took on a whole new meaning?
All the pit crews out on pit lane to salute Dale Earnhardt, who is...
Well, from where we sit, this Daytona 500 is the chance of a lifetime. Because this is your final opportunity to experience the great American race from some of the classic seats that have witnessed some of the most famous moments in racing history. And it's your first chance to say hello to the future in all new grandstands where fans will bear witness to all the legendary moments yet to come. So where will you sit this February 22nd? Don't miss your one and only chance to experience Daytona at a unique moment in history. The Daytona 500, Sunday, February 22nd. To guarantee your seats, call 1-800-PIT-SHOP or visit Daytona500.com.
Hey, here's a guaranteed unique Valentine gift idea. Go down to Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala and check out their fabulous truckload sale on the best azaleas in this part of Florida. Then pick out some azaleas as a gift for your home or for a friend or the family. These gorgeous budded and blooming azaleas, 3 feet tall, regularly sell for $19.99 or more. But listen, varieties include the Formosa, Southern Charm, Pink Ruffle, and Variegated Dogwood. Right now, they're only $12.99 at Bob Wine's. And if you buy 6 or more, they're just $10 each. Now that's a deal. Come and grab up a half dozen or so at just $10 each this week at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens. And schedule some extra time so you can stroll the Camellia Gardens. It's free and it's absolutely gorgeous. Bob Wine's is on Southeast 38th Street, Ocala, and they're open daily till 4, Saturdays till 2. It's a great big truckload azalea sale you won't believe this week at Bob Wine's, homegrown, locally owned since 1952.
Welcome back to the Voice of Ocala on a Trivia Day Tuesday with Tom. Your chance to win prizes just for beating me at trivia. I'll ask you a trivia question if you can get it right. Standard Trivial Pursuit question. If you can get it right within 10 seconds, you'll be a winner. First thing I'm giving away today, I'm giving away a big, big prize today. 2 tickets to Something Afoot. 10 unfortunate souls are invited for a marvelous weekend at a secluded English estate, but find a dead host and more bodies piling up in the library as they're stranded during a thunderstorm. It's a spoof of Agatha Christie detective stories. Something Afoot is directed by Jim Sorey, who made his Ocala Civic Theater debut as director of last season's record-breaking Les Miserables. So, and WOCA is a sponsor of this. I'm giving 2 tickets away. $25 each ticket, so this is a $50 prize pack. I'm giving them away 622-9622 for your chance to win. If you've already won tickets to this, you are ineligible. But we're going to give 2 tickets away to this Something's Afoot humorous murder mystery. And all you got to do is answer a trivia question and you'll be a winner. 622-9622 for your chance to win. Sad news today, Kayla Jean Mueller, a 26-year-old American woman held by Islamic State militants, has been confirmed dead. Her parents and the Obama administration said Tuesday. Mueller's family received a private message from her captors over the weekend, which was authenticated by the intelligence community of the U.S. We're heartbroken to share that we have received confirmation that our daughter has lost her life, they said in a statement. Kayla was compassionate and devoted humanitarian. She dedicated the whole of her young life to helping those in need of freedom, justice, and peace. So now another American dead at the hands of ISIS. I'm not going to go off on a rant here with ISIS, but my position is clear here. You deal with animals like animals. That's the only thing they understand. Monsters only understand being dealt with like monsters. And it's about time we decided that's what we needed to do. Another senseless American dies because monsters are being monsters and we're being nice guys and nice girls. It's about time we let our monsters loose on their monsters. Trivia Tuesday with Tom, 622-9622, your chance to win 2 tickets to the Ocala Civic Theater to see Something Afoot. I really want to see this. I'm actually making arrangements for my girlfriend and I to go see this play. It just looks like it's going to be, it's set in 1935 with a vaudeville-style score. This suspenseful satire is smashingly good time and far funnier than foul play should be. The cat's line is audiences just may die laughing. That's the kind of show I like to go see. And if you've never been to the Ocala Civic Theater, do yourself the service of going out there. It's not your normal community theater. They're sitting some high school drama teachers and a couple kids from the high school drama class in a cafeteria with a stage in it. This is great. We should be as proud in Ocala for our civic theater as you are for any civic theater in a major city. They do that good a job. Les Miserables, I went and saw that last year. Amazing. So if you get a chance, go check it out, Something Afoot. But hey, you can actually win tickets to it right now, 622-9622. Answer a trivia question. Beat me, the Trivianator, at trivia. 622-9622. Just give me a call. You answer one trivia question right, and you will win a $50 2 tickets package to see Something's Afoot. Music by James McDonald, David Voss, Robert Gerlach, and Ed Linderman. Books and lyrics by James McDonald, David Voss, and Robert Gerlach. So it's going on from February 5th through March 1st. So your chance to win. Let's go right out to the phone lines. Hi, caller. Who's this?
Jim.
Hey, Jim. How are you, buddy?
Okay.
Jim, I really want to thank you yesterday calling in and telling everybody, talking to us about Lyndon Johnson and the 3-volume books that really capture Lyndon Johnson. And we're not talking about, and I know we're going to play trivia today, but what people don't realize, Jim, you and I do, but Lyndon Johnson was a cantankerous soul.
Yeah, he was a mixed bag of things, and he did things well, and he did things sometimes of questionable nature that
held grudges.
Some of them came out right, some of them didn't.
And he was a man who held grudges. You know, there were things about Lyndon Johnson that were not nice, but to portray him as not being 100% behind the Civil Rights Acts of '64 and '65, I thought was a disservice in the movie Selma. So that's why I took.
Well, Hollywood does what Hollywood does. They juice up the drama element to get a point across.
Well, they did have a mobster and a homosexual as the sole responsible parties for killing JFK too, according to Hollywood. So, I thought that Oliver Stone movie, and that's why somebody said, "Well, do you hate JFK?" Yes, but the hilarity of what.
There are like 3 conspiracy theories that revolve around JFK. And Oliver Stone couldn't decide which of the 3, so he used them all.
He used them all and put them all in the same movie as one conspiracy. All right, Jim, let's try to win these tickets. You want?
All right, we'll give it a shot.
You want geography, entertainment, history, sports and leisure, science and nature, or arts and literature?
Geography.
Geography. Okay, let me get the card out here. Well, here we go. What branch of art museum attracted over 1 million visitors to the Basque region of Spain in its first year of operation? Five seconds.
I'm going to guess the Louvre.
The Louvre is incorrect. It was the Guggenheim Bilboa.
Oops.
Yep, it was a branch of the Guggenheim. Thanks, Jim. Thanks for playing Trivia Tuesday with Tom. Just that easy. Give us a call, 622-9622 for your chance to win 2 tickets to Something's Afoot at the Ocala Civic Theater. WOCA is one of the proud sponsors. This is a satirical murder mystery that they say the audience just may die laughing at. I got 2 tickets for you, a $50 value. All you have to do is give me a call, 622-9622. Answer 1 trivia question after the break, and you'll be a winner. Hey, coming up in hour number 2, we will not have a restaurant and food show. Everybody's so busy with the Valentine holiday coming up, as you may know, restaurants get really busy around date night, the yearly date night, which is Valentine's. It's on a Saturday this year. So Cindy Nicholson of Mark's Prime, Elodie and Patrice Perron of La Cuisine, Dave Del Rio of Eaton's Beach, all in the midst of preparing for a large Valentine contingent that's coming out on Friday and Saturday night. So they're, to use a restaurant and food term, they're in the weeds this week. So not going to be able to make it. We'll be replaying a restaurant and food show at 4 o'clock. So you'll still get the restaurant and food show. It just won't be a live version. It'll be a replay of the restaurant and food show. And then in the 5 o'clock hour, Dave Pingalore from Local 6, he joins us as he does every Tuesday afternoon. So, and then David Moulton will also join us from down in Fort Myers. So all that coming up right here on the Voice of Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local. The Source.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And so is State Farm agent Angie Lewis, working hard to serve her community as a citizen and insurance agent. Angie wants to help you as you adjust your insurance needs to your life, from everything to helping educate your teen driver to protecting your family against everyday risk. She wants to change the way you perceive insurance by developing relationships with her clients, which is why Angie and her staff are proud to be a part of so many good causes in Ocala. In turn, she has chosen to single out those who step up as leaders. Each month on the Voice of Ocala, Angie spotlights a good neighbor, saluting those who give exceptional service or do random acts of kindness to others. For this, Angie was written up in State Farm's National Magazine. Angie also supports local businesses with a regular Biz Buzz.
Hi, I'm State Farm agent Angie Lewis. Come see me and my team for all your insurance and financial needs in the beautiful downtown historic district, 416 East Fort King Street, or call 291-2444.
Does osteoarthritis bring frustration with every step? Do pain and stiffness affect your everyday activities? If so, you may be interested in a research study for the treatment of pain associated with osteoarthritis. Rinstar Medical Research is conducting a research study of an investigational medication for individuals between the ages of 40 and 75 and who have been treated for the pain associated with osteoarthritis for at least 3 months. Qualified participants will receive study-related medical care and investigational medication. Compensation for time and travel will be provided. To learn more about this osteoarthritis study, please call Rinstar Medical Research in Ocala at 352-629-5800. Again, that's 352-629-5800.
We are The Source, WOCA, news, talk, sports, and more.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. The White House says President Obama's reached out to the parents of Kayla Mueller, offering his condolences and prayers for the Islamic State hostage, who's now been confirmed dead. White House Press Secretary Josh Earnest says while it's not clear whether the American aid worker died in a coalition airstrike, as ISIS claims,
the information that we have is that there is no evidence of civilians in the target area prior to the coalition strike taking place.
Massachusetts trying to dig out from this season's record-breaking snow. Meanwhile, no word on when mass transit will start up again in the region.
The T shut down, the rail lines, the subway, the trolley. Usually 1 million people will use that, or more than 1 million. So it really speaks to how big the problem is.
Fox's Molly Line. And more Alabama counties are allowing same-sex marriage despite objections from the state's Chief Justice. Fox News. We report, you decide.
I have 2 cats and 2 dogs. All 4 of them are on the Dynavite. This stuff is amazing. The first day that I gave Sweet Pea and Daisy the Dynavite for cats, I did add a little bit of the Lick-a Chops, and they absolutely loved it. All the vitamins, the minerals, they also enjoyed the Num-Nums, the Nub-Nubs or whatever they're called, the treats that also came along with it. DINOVITE.com.
859-428-1000.
They're just running through the house. They're playing. My Sweet Pea will walk in front of me. She'll stop where she's at, drop, and roll onto her back, and then expect me to rub her belly, just like a kitten. Daisy and Susie have a cat tree in my living room, and lately she's been climbing up to the top, jumping up there, and then she'll climb back down, and then she's right back up again. Oh, I'm sorry. I wish they would make a product for us humans to give us the same amount of energy and spunk that Dynavite for cats are given for my cats. The phone number is 859-428-1000.
859-428-1000.
DINOVITE.com.
Let's face it, nowadays it can be hard to find American-made products, and that's something that Cabinet Sales of North Florida is well aware of. That's why they're an authorized dealer of Wellborn Cabinetry, family-owned and American-made since 1961. Cabinet Sales of North Florida is your answer for complete turnkey kitchen remodels and whole-house cabinetry. Their cabinets are finished with solvent-based enamels for a long-lasting finish that's second to none. Available in an incredible selection of door styles and colors to choose from to turn your dream kitchen into a reality. In-house design and drawing services are available. Come by and see our displays for yourself at the Floors of the Villages, 3935 County Road 216 in Oxford, or Exquisite Design Kitchen and Bath in Bellevue, right across the street from the Bellevue Library. So whether you're looking for bookcases, kitchen, bath, or outdoor kitchen, Cabinet Sales of North Florida is your one-stop source of quality cabinets. For a free estimate, call 352-427-2647. That's 352-427-2647. Cabinet Sales of North Florida.
On the next AM Ocala Live, Robin and I will be speaking to Dr. Wendell D. Hall. He's coming on to speak about the scope of the College Board's All-In campaign, the value of taking college-level courses in high school.
News Bites, the hottest news and current events are bite-sized.
And then Troy Pummel and Judy Day will be on. He's an inventor, and she is a nurse. They've written a book called The Mirror Effect, More Than Soulmates, 6 Steps to Finding Your Magical Match Using Online Dating.
Gilbert Hahn is an historian and an author. He's written a new book called 4 America in 1860.
And then John Fuller will be on from the law firm of Fuller & Fuller, answering your legal questions on his program, Legally Yours.
Dr. Donna Kamor is the editor-in-chief of the new book, Women's Health for Life. She'll be on the air speaking about sexual health issues affecting women age 50 plus and the challenges and options available to treat their medical issues.
All of that plus Fun with Joe on the next AM Ocala Live right here on The Source, WOCA 96.3 FM.
1370 AM.
Welcome back to the Voice of Ocala on the Trivia Tuesday with Tom. Programming note, the restaurant and food show will not be live today, as Dave Del Rio from Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill, Cindy Nicholson of Mark's Prime Steakhouse and Seafood, and LD and Patrice Perron of La Cuisine are preparing for what is going to be a very busy Thursday, Friday, Saturday for them with the Valentine's Day weekend coming up. So they were unable to make it today. This happens in the restaurant industry. And believe me, they have to take care of their restaurant. So we're going to do a replay of a restaurant and food show. So programming note, it'll be a replay, but it's still great stuff. You never know what might happen on the restaurant and food show, even on a replay. So that's at 4 o'clock. Then at the 5 o'clock hour, Dave Pingalore of Local 6 joins us, talking about the Magic looking for a new coach. Orlando City getting ready to kick off their inaugural MLS season as Major League Soccer comes to Orlando. And then Dave Moulton of 993 ESPN down in Fort Myers, Naples area. He'll join the show talking. I'm sure David will wrap up the college football season with David. Talk about who's out and who's in the College Bowl committee that picks the 4 playoff teams. So all that coming up in the second and third album. Right now it's Trivia Tuesday with Tom. It's your chance to win 2 tickets to Something's Afoot, a satirical murder mystery, fun, good time play at the Ocala Civic Theater. If you want a chance to win that, 2 tickets, it's $50 value. Give us a call at 622-9622. You answer 1 trivia question within 10 seconds, and you're the winner of a $50 prize pack. 2 tickets to Ocala Civic Theater's Something's Afoot. How'd they describe it? Let me see how they described it here in the press release. A vaudeville-style score, set in 1935 with a rousing vaudeville-style score. This suspenseful satire is a smashingly good time and far funnier than foul play should be. Audiences just might die laughing. So give me a call, 622-9622, for your chance to win 2 tickets to see Something's Afoot at the Ocala Civic Theater. 622-9622, your chance to win. One of my favorite movies, and I actually got to see it over the October Halloween month, as the Historic Marion Theater played scary movies, or horror movies, if you will, every night of the month, in the month of October. This one they played on a Tuesday night. One of my favorite horror films, The Shining, with Jack Nicholson, who plays a caretaker who takes his family up to the Overlook Hotel in Colorado and gets snowed in and has a mental breakdown and starts murdering everybody. Well, that's Hollywood. We'll meet the real-life Shining cast. Since October, David and Rebecca Wilson have been isolated from humanity in the vast frozen outpost of Montana that's so remote only a snowplow could rescue them in an emergency, and they've seen fewer than 10 people since they've been snowbound in. They're caretaking at the Mini Glacier Hotel in Montana. They have a blog, A Winter at Mini Glacier, which chronicles their solitary work and play at the Mini Glacier Hotel within Glacier National Park. David Wilson, who has been working as a maintenance man at the 76-acre, 100-year-old Mini Glacier Hotel since 2008, says the hotel is largely popular in the summer, getting hundreds and thousands of visitors, but it shuts down in September because of the bitterly cold winter. But even when closed, the property needs upkeep to handle the constant barrage of snow, rain, wind, and wayward critters that try to get inside. Now, he knows that there's going to be parallels drawn to The Shining. That's the Stanley Kubrick film I was talking about, set in Colorado. Even Kubrick even shot a portion of the movie on Glacier National Park's Going to the Sun Road. Wilson laughs at the comparisons, though, and in his Halloween blog post, he even reportedly wrote, "All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy," in reference to Nicholson's character. As you know, that was all he wrote in The Shining. He said there's a lot of parallels. We watched The Shining up here, and there was a lot of parallels. Our hotel isn't heated. He said there are a lot of hotels, but he says that we got long hallways. You also have to stock up for food in the winter. We have to do all that ourselves. Of course, there's the snow. But the parallels in there, he says, we don't even live in the hotel. The hotel's not heated or livable. We live in a lakeside chalet next to the hotel. Him and his wife enjoy rock climbing, hiking, fly fishing. So this just sounds like, if you like winter-type activities, this sounds like a 6-month vacation that you get paid at. He said, honestly, we'd stay longer if we could. There's no cabin fever in such a beautiful place. He does, however, work 80 hours a week doing the upkeep on the place. He says it's challenging labor that requires stepping out in the 0-degree weather. I spend every day either shoveling snow to get around and inside the massive hotel. I repair wind damage such as blown doors and screens, keep the property's pipes from freezing. There's also occasional animal control, such as he has rams that will show up, see their reflection in the windows of the hotel and charge the windows. He's had to replace 3 windows already from where rams have charged them and broke the windows. I don't know that I'd want to be secluded for 6 months up there, but I don't like snow and that kind of, I'm not a big winter person. I lived in North Carolina and got so fed up with the snow that I moved back to Florida. Hey, it's Tribune Tuesday with Tom, 622-9622. Your chance to win 2 tickets to Something's Afoot, a play at the Ocala Civic Theater. You know what? I'm even going to do you one better. I'm going to give you $10 towards dinner, too, at Mojo's Grill and Catering Company. So you're going to get 2 tickets to the Ocala Civic Theater and a $10 gift card to Mojo's Grill and Catering Company. It's a $60 value. All you got to do is answer one trivia question. I mean, there's got to be somebody in Ocala smart enough to stump me and to be able to answer one of my trivia questions. I mean, I know that there's got to be one person smart enough. 622-9622. For your chance to win. I knew if I started baiting people by saying you weren't smart enough, people would start calling. Hi, caller, who's this?
Well, this is Jim again. Am I allowed to try?
Not Jim. For this contest, you only get 1 try. Sorry, pal.
Okay, sorry about that.
Thanks. 622-9622 gets your chance to win 2 tickets to the Ocala Civic Theater plus a $10 gift card to Mojo Grill and Catering Company. So I'll give you $10 off on your meal and the Civic Theater. Look, now the phones are lighting up, see? Now people are like, arrogant. He's telling me I'm dumb. Hi, who's this, caller?
This is Jim.
Hey, Jim, how are you?
Fine, thank you, sir.
Jim, have you won these tickets yet?
No.
You have not. All right. So let's try to win. Let's try to win 2 tickets to the Ocala Civic Theater plus Mojo's Grill and Catering Company. Do you want geography, entertainment, history, art and literature, science and nature, sports and leisure?
Let's try history.
History.
That's good. Your strong point.
All right, here we go. History. What early mass transit system was championed by the San Francisco SPCA?
Probably subway.
The subway was not the correct answer. Correct answer was the San Francisco cable cars.
Oh, the cable cars in San Francisco. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much. Give us a call, 622-9622, for your chance to win 2 tickets to the Ocala Civic Theater plus a $10 Mojo's gift card. I had like 3 or 4 people. There we go. The phones are lighting up now. Hi, caller. Who's this?
This is Kathy. Hi.
Hey, Kathy. How are you?
Usually stump me, though.
Kathy, you're going to win today, Kathy. Let's see if you can win. Okay?
Okay.
You want geography, entertainment, history, arts and literature, science and nature, or sports and leisure?
Let me try geography.
Geography. All right, here we go. In what state did Sam Walton open his first Walmart in 1962?
I think it's Missouri.
Missouri is not correct. It was in Arkansas.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Arkansas. Thanks, Kathy.
All righty.
622-9622. We're going to take a break. We'll take your calls on the other side. Trivia Tuesday with Tom, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local. The Source.
Located next door to Silver Spring State Park and a few minutes from historic downtown Ocala, our award-winning Holiday Inn Express Hotel and Suites of Silver Springs is the place to stay for a friendly, memorable, and fun experience. Enjoy our fast and free Wi-Fi, complimentary hot breakfast, and free parking. Whether you're in town for work or play, our friendly staff will make you feel right at home. That's the Holiday Inn Express and Suites of Silver Springs.
Proud sponsor of College of Central Florida basketball on WOCA The Source.
If you've been hearing about the crowd at Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill and were worried because you couldn't get in, I've got some good news for you. Seating is now available. While you're there, look up Chef Dave Del Rio. He'll buy you a drink. Now is the time for you to finally see firsthand what your friends are talking about at Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill. Try Chef Dave's tantalizing Louisiana menu. Check out those gorgeous Lake Weir sunsets. Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill on beautiful Lake Weir. Seating now available. Nestled in the heart of horse country, just off I-75 exit 354, the award-winning and newly refreshed Howard Johnson Inn of Ocala invites you to pamper yourself in one of our comfy guest rooms. Enjoy our free and fast Wi-Fi, heated outdoor swimming pool, 24-hour fitness center, and our deluxe continental breakfast. Other on-site amenities include a restaurant, putt-putt golf, and a car wash. Go happy, go Hojo at the Howard Johnson Inn of Ocala.
Proud sponsor of College of Central Florida basketball on WOCA The Source.
Imagine yourself in a quaint bistro right in the heart of a charming French village about to indulge in real French cuisine. Located in beautiful, vibrant downtown Ocala, La Cuisine offers authentic French cuisine and wine from an award-winning menu. Patrice and Elodie moved to Ocala in 2009 because they fell in love with it. And you're going to fall in love with La Cuisine if you haven't already. La Cuisine offers a quick bite for lunch or a leisurely dinner in a comfortable and relaxed setting. So call La Cuisine of Ocala today at 352-433-2570. It's like a direct call to Paris.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting, rust-proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Do you have areas that have started sagging or drooping? Is what you're looking at not quite the same as it was years ago? Are there enhancements you've been putting off? Is there serious damage you need fixed? Then call on us, Damage Control Services, when your roof is sagging and the drywall is drooping after a storm, or your home just needs some enhancements. From damage repairs to new construction, Damage Control Services is here to help.
Hi, I'm
Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to join me Thursday at 11 a.m. for Health Matters. Ocala Health and Strive have teamed up to bring you the latest information on good health services available to you right here at home. This vital information will help you make informed decisions about your health. So don't forget to join me here at 11 a.m. Thursday. It's news you can use from Ocala Health, Strive, and your friends here at WOCA.
One of the most common questions those nearing retirement are asking, will I outlive my money? Retirement questions like these and many more will be answered every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement with hosts Francois and Julian Pozenet. Francois and Julian will help you put your retirement puzzle together. Catch Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement Saturdays at 9 a.m. on Ocala's News Talk, The Source 96.3 FM and 1370 AM.
Welcome back to the Voice of Ocala. Wrapping up hour number one. Program update. Hour number two, the food and restaurant and food show, will be a replay of a recent restaurant and food show, as the people who usually come to a restaurant and food show, Dave Del Rio of Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill, Cindy Nicholson of Mark's Prime Steakhouse, and Elodie and Patrice Perron, they're busy preparing for Valentine's Day weekend, and so they were a little too involved to be able to take a break away to do the restaurant and food show this week, but no fear, we will replay a great version of the restaurant and food show for you in the next hour. Let's go out to the phone lines, trying to still give away these tickets to the Ocala Civic Theater and talk to Zach. Hi, Zach. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Wonderful. You looking forward to winning these tickets, going to Mojo's, getting a little dinner, and then going to see the show?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Do you want geography, entertainment, history, arts and literature, science and nature, or sports and leisure?
Give me entertainment.
Entertainment. At what age did Janis Joplin, Jimi Hendrix, and Jim Morrison all die? 5 seconds.
1972.
Yeah, but what age were they? What age?
72.
3 seconds. 72 years old. No, they were all 27 years old. 27. Thanks for playing.
All right.
Zach, give it a try. I got time for one more caller, 622-9622. Your chance to win 2 tickets to the Ocala Civic Theater, plus a $10 gift card to Mojo's Grill and Catering Company to get you started on your dinner. Let's go right out to the phone lines. Hi, caller. You're the last one. Who's this?
This is Rob.
Hey, Rob. How are you today?
Not too bad. How about yourself, Tom?
If I got any better, I wouldn't know the difference, pal. Let's do it. Geography, entertainment, history, art and literature, science and nature, or sports and leisure?
Let's try science and nature.
Science and nature. What is liquid gold to a gardener?
Ooh.
5 seconds.
I'm going to say water.
No, actually, as crazy as this sounds, because it has low in contaminants and high in nitrogen, it's urine. Urine. Hey, thanks for playing today.
Not a problem. You have a great day, Tom.
Trivia Tuesday with Tom. I can squeeze one more caller in. 622-9622 for your chance to win tickets to the Ocala Civic Theater, plus a $10 gift card to Mojo's Grill and Catering Company. One more caller. Hi, caller. Who's this?
This is Monty.
Who's this?
Monty.
Hey, Monty. How are you today?
Doing fine, sir.
All right, Monty, you want geography, entertainment, history, art and literature, science and nature, or sports and leisure?
Let's make it history.
History. In 2007, what higher authority issued a list of commandments with a goal of prompting virtuous driving?
I have no clue.
5 seconds. Just take a guess. No guess? All right. Monty went away, so he had no clue. Correct answer, of course, is the Vatican. They were part of guidelines for the pastoral care of the road. As we take a break from hour number one, I got to tell you there's a special kind of stupid. And today it goes to Urban Outfitters. As you may remember, last year, Urban Outfitters put out a Kent State University shirt that had bullet holes and blood spatter in it. They said, oh, it was, it wasn't blood spatter, it was paint spatter, and those were wear holes. But it would look like blood spatter and bullet holes on a Kent State shirt, which is not funny. Well, now they've been forced to pull shirts off the line in Colorado because the Anti-Defamation League, of organization fighting anti-Semitism, says that they put out gray and white striped tapestry, aged tapestry with a pink triangle on it. Why does that matter? Because the Germans made male homosexual Jews back in World War II wear the gray and white striped clothes that we all remember from the Holocaust, picture we've seen from the Holocaust, with a pink triangle labeling them as homosexuals. So now Urban Outfitters has put out an outfit just like what the Germans, the Nazis, made gay Jews wear in the 1940s. Urban Outfitters says, oh, our mistake. We just thought that the triangle would be cool on that pattern. Yeah, first time, bullet holes, blood spatter, shame on me for thinking that you might have been up to something. Second time, Urban Outfitter, you're the one that's doing this on purpose. That takes a special kind of stupid. Coming up next, a replay of the Restaurant and Food Show. Enjoy it. We'll be back at 5 o'clock with Dave Piccolo of Local 6 and Dave Moulton from 993 ESPN down in Fort Myers, Naples. Coming up next, Restaurant and Food Show right here on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local. The Source.
My name is Bo Briggs. I'm a sixth-generation Ocalan. I practiced law with my father at the Briggs Law Firm. Over the years, we've seen many changes to Ocala and many changes in our profession. What has not changed is our commitment to our clients. You will speak with and get to know your attorney. That will never change. A lawyer will personally handle your case, not a paralegal. So if you've been injured in an accident and would appreciate personal attention, you can reach us at 671-4600 or learn more at thebriggslawfirm.com.
Hi, I'm Tom Ingram, CEO of Gateway Bank, the new old-fashioned bank. Let us introduce you to Ocus, a simple way to bring your business online. Through this relationship, your business can have a fully functioning website in less than 30 minutes. We will also provide you support with social media, sales tracking, e-commerce, and online scheduling, which is all optimized for mobile users. Ocus, now at Gateway Bank, Silver Springs Boulevard, Ocala. Come visit our technology center for your total small business solution. I'm Tom Ingram, and I'll see you there.
Let's give it up for old asphalt and a new pair of shoes. Let's give it up for a good rhythm meeting a sweet melody. For a church cookout under clear skies. Let's give it up for good things coming together, like bundling your auto and other policies together with an Allstate agent, which can save you time and keep you better protected. Let's give it up for good.
To receive your comparative insurance quote, contact the McDonald Agency at 622-2333.
Stay with us and sleep better at the Sleep Inn and Suites of Ocala Bellevue, located next door to Don Garlett's Museum and a few minutes from Florida Horse Park. Our award-winning, newly refreshed Sleep Inn and Suites offers comfy, clean rooms, free fast Wi-Fi, and service with a smile. Start your day with a deluxe hot breakfast and unwind in our heated outdoor pool. Our convenient 24-hour fitness and business centers allow you to stay on track whether you're here to play or to work. That's Sleep Inn and Suites Ocala Bellevue.
Proud sponsor of College of Central Florida basketball. Need a car? Need financing? Need somebody to cut through the red tape and send you rolling down the highway? Prestige Auto Sales is the place to go. Got great credit and just prefer a quality pre-owned car at a fair price from somebody you can trust? Prestige Auto Sales is the place to go. Want to avoid high pressure to feel appreciated and be able to choose from a wide selection of AutoCheck and Carfax certified vehicles? Prestige Auto Sales is the place to go. Prestige Auto Sales in Ocala and Bellevue. Prestige, it's all there in our name.
Join us on Saturday, March 7, 2015 for the second annual Habitat Strawberries Festival at the McPherson Government Complex. The goal of this festival is not only to provide a great time for families in Ocala, but to also raise funds to build a home for our family and our community and support Habitat for Humanity's mission to strengthen communities, build hope, and provide dignified housing solutions. Remember, Saturday, March 7, 2015 for the second annual Habitat Strawberries Festival at the McPherson Government Complex, which starts at 7 a.m. with breakfast.
What you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
If you woke up feeling bloated, load up on water-rich fruits and veggies. Reminiscing about your first encounter, talking about it, creates the same changes in brain chemistry in both of you, which means it'll feel like you're falling in love all over again. If you experience breakouts and you normally drink fat-free milk, consider switching to 1% milk or dairy alternatives that contain fewer than 10 grams of sugar per serving.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Keep up with what's going on in the downtown area with Ocala Downtown Newspaper. Delivering thousands of newspapers to businesses in the downtown area, Ocala Downtown is there to keep you informed. They even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company that fits your needs, and all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about it. It's simple. For more info, just call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223, and pick up your copy of the Downtown Ocala newspaper today.
Now read Ocala Downtown Newspaper online.
Guy Harvey Checking is now exclusively available at Gateway Bank. With Guy Harvey Checking, you will receive Gateway's premium checking account, plus several other Guy Harvey Ocean Foundation features, including membership to the Guy Harvey Hammerhead Nation, free Guy Harvey t-shirt, and an exclusive Guy Harvey debit card. At Gateway Bank, we will make a $50 donation to the Guy Harvey Ocean Foundation for every new account opened. This is just one more reason why people choose Gateway Bank. Sign up today for your exclusive Guy Harvey checking account with Gateway. Details available at gatewaybankcfl.com, member FDIC.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Jane Metzler.
Thoughts and prayers of everybody who works here at the White House or with the Mueller family at this time.
White House spokesman Josh Earnest on the death of ISIS hostage Kayla Mueller, the relief worker from Prescott, Arizona, taken captive in Syria in 2013. Was her death a result of a Jordanian airstrike, as ISIS claims?
The short answer is no. I wouldn't get into the specifics of evidence itself, but we know that she's dead. ISIL is responsible for that death, but we're not in a position to confirm the circumstances specifically, either to timing or to cause of death.
Pentagon spokesman John Kirby, President Obama calls Russian leader Vladimir Putin to discuss escalating violence in eastern Ukraine ahead of peace talks in Belarus tomorrow. Fox News, we report, you decide.
I have 2 cats and 2 dogs. All 4 of them are on the Dynavite. This stuff is amazing. The first day that I gave Sweet Pea and Daisy the Dynavite for cats, I did add a little bit of the Lick-a Chops, and they absolutely loved it. All the vitamins, the minerals, they also enjoyed the Num-Nums, the Nub-Nubs or whatever they're called, the treats that also came along with it. DINOVITE.com.
859-428-1000.
They're just running through the house. They're playing. My Sweet Pea will walk in front of me. She'll stop where she's at, drop, and roll onto her back, and then expect me to rub her belly. Just like a kitten. Daisy and Sweet Pea have a cat tree in my living room, and lately she's been climbing up to the top, jumping up there, and then she'll climb back down, and then she's right back up again. Oh, I'm sorry. I wish they would make a product for us humans to give us the same amount of energy and spunk that Dynavite for cats are given for my cats. The phone number is 859-428-1000.
859-428-1000.
DINOVITE.com.
Yes, it's time again for Buddy Martin. Call him up and tell him what you're thinking. But be kind because he's doing the best he can.
I'm just sick of all the amateur stuff, I mean, if I'm paying top dollar, I want a little production value, like some editing, transition, some music.
Don't worry, we didn't leave you.
He's gone. He's not gone. That's the whole point. He's never gone.
Our bosses say we gotta stay.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma. Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei.
It's time for the second hour of The Voice of Ocala. Hoo-ah!
You ever come across anything like time travel?
Come on, stick around. It's free.
If you win, you win. If you lose, you still win.
Hello, welcome to Hour 2 of the program. Voice of Ocala. I'm Buddy Martin now. Joining the show, we have the Restaurant and Food Show, which is always one of our favorite times around here because who doesn't like to talk about food? I think we all agree we like to talk about food. And we're going to do that right now with our cast. We have a cast of thousands up here today. Cindy Nicholson's in the house. Cindy from, of course, Mark's Prime Steakhouse and Seafood. She's back from her many travels, which we'll find out about in just a moment. Welcome back, Cindy. Good to have you. Elodie Perron today is with us, and unfortunately, Patrice could not be due to the illness and I think the passing of his father. Is that right, Elodie?
Actually, his mother.
Yeah, his mother. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Our condolences to him.
Thank you.
He's in France, right?
Yes, he's coming back Thursday.
Yeah. Elodie from La Cuisine, where I had just a great meal over the weekend. And Dave Del Rio, the old co-host. He's back. He's ready. He's ready to rock. And, of course, Susan's here as usual. Even though she's not on the show, she really is part of the show. So good to have you back, everybody. Good to have everybody in the house.
Oh, thank you for Good to be here.
Hope your week went well and things were good. And I know you guys have been busy for sure. And speaking of which, this has been a crazy couple of weeks in our city. And
awesome.
With all the things going on, my goodness, we've had I know La Cuisine on Saturday night was jammed. Cindy, I know you've been jammed. Dave, I haven't been down where you are, what was your business was like. But up here, with all the events going on, everything was jammed. Am I right, folks?
Yeah. It was packed. It was packed.
It was great.
It was great to have the LPGA in Marion County and welcome it in years to come. Brought great revenue to the town.
Yeah. Yeah, and I know that everywhere I went, every restaurant I went to or anything near a hotel, it was all sold out. And this has been a little bit of a run for us in January, now in February. And, boy, this is really great for the economy. Millions of dollars brought in by the great event out at Golden Ocala and Equestrian Club and a terrific performance and a great job to the folks at Golden Ocala for the Coach Championship Golf Tournament. We estimate, and we think we're conservative, 60,000 people came out that week to see that golf tournament.
I heard that.
Yeah. And then, of course, hits is always big. Dave, I don't know how much that business you get down there because yours more the village area, but do you get any of the hits people down there?
I'm not really sure. The weather's been great other than a little rain yesterday, so we've been really busy.
They've been coming from somewhere,
right? As long
right?
as they come, come from anywhere.
Yeah, and I think I sat Saturday night right across from some people who were from Hits because they were talking about horses.
Yes, yeah.
And so you had a party of 8 there. So anybody get a chance to watch any of the Super Bowl? Any? Oh,
I did.
You did?
Halftime on.
Oh, halftime on. You caught Katy Perry.
You know what? I'm not a football fan, but I got so intrigued after watching the show. Then I stayed to watch the game, and I got really intrigued how exciting the game was that I finished watching the third and fourth quarter, which is shocking.
They were terrific.
It was excellent.
It was one of the all-time greatest Super Bowls,
well,
too.
you know what? And I thought, well, that's why I watched it. It
I agree
really
with you.
was.
One of the best ones I've seen in a very, very long time.
I really got intrigued. I was home by myself watching it with Chinese food.
Yeah. Well, and Elodie, I'm sorry it's not football they play in France, but you know the American game pretty well. I know that I think even Patrice told me he watches a little American football once in a while, doesn't he?
Oh yeah. He does. He loves it. He was crushed not to miss the Super Bowl.
Yes.
He asked me to record it. I forgot. So
oh my goodness. You'll have to come to my house. I recorded it. So
okay,
but there's a show that comes on right after that which has James Spader in it. Which is the one of the best shows on TV, and this was their big program. They had it planned to have it after the Super Bowl to get the crowd, and we set our VCR, DVR now they call them. Yeah. We set DVR now to get it, and unfortunately we know better than this because football games run different times. We watched the program last night, and guess what? There was no ending to the show because it cut off early. So we don't know, but part 2, it's oh, now you asked me. I have to get Tom to help on. It's called what? Blacklist. Yeah, the Blacklist.
Oh my goodness, I love that show.
Yeah,
well, you know what? I'll go to your house to see the Super Bowl, and you can come to my house.
You come to your house and see the rest of that, because I couldn't.
This one I didn't.
Well, how did you tape it? Because if you push the button automatically to tape it, it cut off at the end.
I don't know.
I don't know. So I tried to get last night to go on demand and get it and all that stuff. Anyway, it was an exciting program too. You know, it was a really good show. Anyway, so I'm glad everybody's back. Speaking of food, speaking of the Super Bowl, you all heard about the Deflate Gate. You know, about the footballs. You heard about it, Dave, as a football coach, where they found that for Elodie, they found that the Patriots used balls that were underinflated in the AFC Championship game, and so it was against the regulations. They don't know who did it, so it was a big issue about Deflategate. So a beverage company up in New England decided to capitalize on it. So they actually had a deflated ball brew they made with grapefruit, orange, and lime. With a tagline that said, "It's more fun to play with squishy balls." That was I'm just saying, that's what the tagline was, okay? So, I know we were going to try to get our friend Rondo on today from the restaurant, which Tom ate at for lunch today, but he was unable to come on today. And thank you, Tom. And so we can't discuss that except what Tom's experience was, but we'll have him on later. Meanwhile, let's just start off. We'll start now with food experiences, and we'll continue on. Anybody want to talk about a food experience they had?
Yeah, I have one. I actually made it out to Yummy House.
Yay!
Hey,
Yeah,
yummy, great.
And Yummy House in Tampa, the original Yummy House, is our favorite restaurant to go to.
Okay.
It was right around the corner from our house, but the food was great. And I got to tell you, this Yummy House here in Ocala, it's definitely different. There's no ducks hanging in the dining room. Nobody picking snow peas in the dining room. But the food, I was not disappointed with the food.
No?
It was very good. I'd have to say, if anything, they may have toned down a little bit of the spice that I was used to in Tampa. But overall, and here's the thing, it's very authentic. So if you're looking for an Americanized type of Chinese food, that may not be your place. But if you really like the flavors, and don't get me wrong, it's not that crazy like you're going to go down into Chinatown and, it's just really, I thought it was really, really good. And any appetizer that says salt and pepper is they're all great. That's my favorite appetizer. Sometimes we'd go over there and get 2 or 3 of those different appetizers, and that's all we'd have. And the fried rice.
Now, is it a chain?
It's becoming a chain. I believe there's 4 now.
Oh, 4,
there's 2 in Tampa, 1 here, and I saw the girl had a T-shirt that said one I think in Gainesville.
No, they're all owned by the same owners?
Yes, I did. I asked, I inquired, and they're all owned by the same owner, but I wasn't disappointed at all. I thought it was very, very good.
That's good to hear. And you ate at the one in Tampa too already, right?
All the time. No, all the time. Every week, every other week. Yeah. We ate there all the time.
Yeah. This is very similar.
Very similar, yes. Not disappointed at all.
That's good to hear.
And we need a good Chinese restaurant in this town. No offense to the ones that are out there, but there's not one that's compelling to me. I say, I'm going to eat Chinese, and I'm excited. So I want to go now to Yummy House. Now, you ate there too, right, Elodie?
Yes, we went, yeah.
What was your experience like?
Well, it was nice. I mean, I don't know the one in Tampa. The decor is very plain, I would say, right? But the food was good. I mean, I had the seafood clay pot. Has a smoky taste. It was good.
Good. Well, there's 2 food experiences. We got more. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll share more of that. We'll talk about, I'll tell you about one of my experiences, which happened to be at La Cuisine. Story about a cop who stopped a pizza delivery car, and guess what he did? He did an awfully good thing. And then we got Eaton Beach Sandbar and Grill trivia with $50 worth of certificates to give away. Tom's got them right in his hand, and all you got to do is call, not now, but at 4:45, you call and ring us up and give us the answer. It's on the website, Eaton's Beach, EATONS. And by the way, I hope you don't have any phone problems like I did when I called in. Hopefully it won't. You were able to get it through on your show, Tom, on trivia.
Yeah, people were able to call the front line.
So you have a chance. It's pretty simple. So you might as well be calling it up now. Opportunity to go experience some Floresiana, which Dave told us about last week, what that's all about. Coming up next on the Restaurant Food Show, stay tuned to
1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local. The Source.
Here in Florida, when you're looking to go to the beach, you've got hundreds of options. Theme parks, no shortage of options there either. But when it comes to home insurance, most companies have only one option. Allstate is different. Here in Florida, Allstate agents offer home insurance options from several companies, so they can help you get the coverage that's right for you. And they'll help you save on quality car insurance, too. For starters, safe drivers save 45% with Allstate. So before you settle for just one option, talk to someone with many home and car insurance options. Your local Allstate agent. Are you in good hands?
Hi, this is Kevin McDonald, your local Allstate agent. To get your quote, please call us at 622-2333 or stop by one of our 2 Ocala locations.
Allstate has no financial responsibility to you for any home insurance policy you purchase and would not be responsible for any claims. Allstate does not make any representations or accept liability related to operations of home insurance companies, including but not limited to their financial conditions. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Savings vary.
Right on the southwestern corner of the square sits one of the finest dining establishments in Florida, Mark's Prime Steakhouse and Seafood Restaurant. Mark's offers big city dining amenities in a charming and small town setting. It's a rare treat to experience both the ambiance and the exquisite cuisine in a friendly atmosphere. Ocala's finest restaurant serves the finest beef, the freshest seafood, premium wines, and naturally fresh vegetables. From valet parking to splendid service, Mark's offers the complete package. Check it out today. Mark's Prime Seafood and Steakhouse Restaurant.
Need a car? Need financing? Need somebody to cut through the red tape and send you rolling down the highway? Prestige Auto Sales is the place to go. Got great credit and just prefer a quality pre-owned car at a fair price from somebody you can trust? Prestige Auto Sales is the place to go. Want to avoid high pressure to feel appreciated and be able to choose from a wide selection of AutoCheck and Carfax certified vehicles? Prestige Auto Sales is the place to go. Prestige Auto Sales in Ocala and Bellevue. Prestige. It's all there in our name.
Guy Harvey Checking is now exclusively available at Gateway Bank. With Guy Harvey Checking, you will receive Gateway's premium checking account, plus several other Guy Harvey Ocean Foundation features, including membership to the Guy Harvey Hammerhead Nation, free Guy Harvey t-shirt, and an exclusive Guy Harvey debit card. At Gateway Bank, we will make a $50 donation to the Guy Harvey Ocean Foundation for every new account open. This is just one more reason why people choose Gateway Bank. Sign up today for your exclusive Guy Harvey Checking account with Gateway. Details available at gatewaybankcfl.com, member FDIC.
Each morning, we wake up thankful to live in a free nation with liberty and justice for all. But sometimes those liberties can be put in jeopardy, and you may have questions about what to do or who to call. Let Doc Blanchard of Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland help you find the answers. Attorneys at law since 1974 and located in downtown Ocala. If you have legal issues, don't go it alone. Call 352-732-7218. Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland, helping protect your liberties every day.
Hey, it's Christy with Ocala Mac and PC Repair and Ocala Guest Wi-Fi to let you know we have you covered. We are the only local certified Apple and Microsoft computer company in Ocala. We are family owned and operated. From mobile repair to wireless networks, viruses, new systems, or security cameras, we do it all. Check us out online, ocalamacpc.com, or give us a call, 352-566-8324.
Tell them Nick, Madison, or Mason sent you and get free diagnostic.
Get your internet telephone service from the company that brought affordable internet service to Ocala in the first place. All Is Safe is a sister company of Ocala Guest Wi-Fi, a company you've known and trusted for all your internet needs. Whether you need a phone or hundreds, we've got the products and services to meet your needs both now and in the future. Our plans include everything from local and long-distance calling to equipment maintenance and even software upgrades. You can count on All Is Safe to give you cost certainty knowing that your bill will be the same next week, next month, or even next year. Call 352-450-8647 today to learn how to cut your monthly telephone bill up to 60%.
Your home is safe, or is it? AA Lock, Dock, and Security. The name has been a staple in Ocala since 1985. Do you have the right equipment in place to have peace of mind when you are at home or away? AA Lock, Dock, and Security has the right people to install and monitor your home or business. Call today for a free on-site security analysis. Call 867-1965. AA Lock, Dock, and Security, 219 Northwest 10th Street, 867-1965.
Back to the Restaurant Food Show. By the way, we talked about this some last week, and it's a consensus, as we talked about during the break, that the hole-in-the-wall restaurants are sometimes the best ones. And like I said before, the best subject discussions are during the breaks. And during the time we were talking about we were talking about, and Cindy's a big freak when it comes to these hole-in-the-wall restaurants. Here she is, the proprietor of the upscale New York City steakhouse, where all the people come dressed in ties, and she likes to go eat at a hole-in-the-wall. That's neat, I think.
I love those. They have the most authentic, I don't care if it's from cheeseburgers to pizza to whatever their feature is, they really do great food in some of these small mom and pop operations. I've grown up on them, so I'm used to going and finding them.
That's kind of the art of it.
It is.
I've owned them.
And you've owned them, so talk about yours.
That's right.
Like my place in Tampa. Hole in the wall, not a great neighborhood, not a horrible neighborhood, but not a great neighborhood. But you'd find everybody from the mayor on up, religiously eating in that place. The food was great, the service was good, and we had a lot of fun. We drew people. I get to come out and kind of like I do here, but on a much greater basis. I'd come out and talk to everybody and, visit table to table, and we'd have a blast, and we'd be sold out every night.
And, it's one thing to go to these places. Now, if you go in and you're convinced the place is clean, which I know yours would be.
Absolutely.
But, that's the thing I would worry about. Other than that, I think it's great. Sometimes you go in the small place, you wonder how the food is. How's it prepared?
Oh, you do.
And you guys are the experts on it. I'm not. Tom, you like to go to those places, too.
The greatest place I've ever eaten in my life, not in my mother's kitchen, was in the basement of a 3-story house in Atlantic City where you had to know somebody to get in there. Tommy D'Agostino got me in. He said, don't make eye contact with anybody, but it's the best Italian you'll ever eat. I went in there. It was a full Italian meal. You went down in the basement. It's one of those places where they ask you who you were. They shut the door. Then they opened it and let you in. A lot of guys in crushed velour jogging suits. But it was the best Italian I ever had.
Well, how about Mrs. Wilkes Boarding House, Savannah, Georgia?
Yeah. Mrs. Wilkes is fantastic.
Mrs. Wilkes. Yeah, you've got to, you sit with perfect strangers on the round tables.
You do.
And it's got the lazy Susan, and the food's just being passed. But wow,
it's amazing.
Great,
it really is.
Old-fashioned food.
The Beaver House in Statesboro, Georgia is the same exact way. You sit at round tables with the lazy Susan, and they just keep filling the bowls back up.
Just eat with strangers.
Yeah, you do.
That's probably how it is in France in some places, isn't it?
Oh, you can find definitely some places like that, even in Paris. Yeah.
I'm sure they have a lot of small restaurants around Lyon in that area, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I think we should all make a trip to France.
Me too. I'm there.
I'm ready.
We all go there.
Buddy Martin's paying.
Yeah. That'll get us to the city limits of Ocala. Then what? After that, let's talk restaurant food experiences. And I mentioned La Cuisine. I want to get this out there. Had a wonderful meal there Saturday night. My daughter leaving town, my grandson and my my son-in-law and his mother, and we ate at La Cuisine, and we ate in the back room. I had not eaten in the back room before. We had different things. I chose the filet. My goodness, that was a delicious and big filet. That was a big one. And in fact, I actually chose it and ate part of it and left it. I was going to take it home and forgot it. Left it in the restaurant.
Oh.
So I'm thinking that'll be great tomorrow. So,
yes.
Yeah. But and then we had and then they're very good. The gratin potatoes I love naturally. What I want to say particularly is I love the server. Because I have one, Tom knows this because it happened to us this week. My biggest thing when I'm being served for dinner with people who are friends or close family is that I don't like to be interrupted or my party to be interrupted when we're in the middle of a very intimate conversation. And particularly with, let me tell you about the specials. What I'm talking about is more important than that. And the server was fantastic. In fact, at one point, he was standing back behind me, and Laurie says, Dad, Andrew's back. Oh, excuse me. I didn't know you were back there. I was talking. He was waiting. But he was terrific, and the food was great. And, of course, the other thing is the dessert. And I had pistachio ice cream like I've never had it before. Dave, this was like homemade.
One of my favorites.
Not the kind of pistachio green that we're used to, but this had kind of a yellow cast to it. Looked like and little nuts ground up, and it was fantastic. It was great. So good job. Thank you for a wonderful evening at La Cuisine. So I'm glad to be able to report that. And then my second one was, and I'll save it because we're going to talk pizza in a minute. I'll tell you about that. But, Tom, you want to talk about Heart and Soul.
Yeah, I went to Heart and Soul today for
Tell them
lunch.
what that is.
It's a cafeteria-style restaurant in the old Mojo's in Pine Plaza. And some of the workers there are special needs people. It's a great concept to employ special needs people and everything.
Love the idea.
I went there today. I got there about 5 after 12, and I was about 20th in line.
Awesome to hear.
So we went up. You get up there. Now, I'm a firm believer that the guy that was fixing the plates is the reason it was so busy today, because he was back in his element. Rondo Fernandez was actually the one fixing the plates today.
Well, and a personality coming to the table does help. It does intrigue and entice people.
He was standing behind the cafeteria line asking you what you want on your plate. He was making it. And it reminded me, I told him, I said, you know what this reminds me of, Rondo? When you first opened Mojo's, where the lunchbox is now. That was originally Mojo's. And the appeal was when you walked in, Rondo had that red, white, and blue headband on, and he was back there cooking, and he would joke with you as you were waiting to go sit in that little bitty restaurant because you had to wait for seats at Mojo's. That was part of the appeal. Well, he was back today. He was holding court. I had meatloaf, collard greens, lima beans, and cornbread. And sweet tea. I was looking around waiting for friends of mine for Statesboro to walk in.
Southern through
I thought I was in South Georgia again. But when I left, the line was still about 15, 18 people deep when I left. And they were coming in. And I left about 10 till 1. And they were still coming in. Waiting, people standing with their food, waiting for tables to clear so they could sit down. Actually saw some people go, do you mind if we sit on this side of the table? And people doubling up at tables and all, so they'd have a place to sit.
Great. See, and that's awesome. They really need to bring to the table and to light that the food is awesome, that it's authentic,
amazing,
great food, but also that they're employing mentally challenged young adults.
They are.
And that helps them in this community.
And let me tell you, the food today, buddy, meatloaf, pork chops on the bone with brown gravy, stuffed bell peppers, and turkey and dressing.
Terrific. And I know Rondo put out a notice last week that he needed some help because they were struggling. They've been struggling. And this is a place that it needs to be open. They need to have this for the people working there.
Not for the fact they're making money off of it. They need it because special needs people have a job.
To keep these people in jobs, training them, teaching them, interacting with the public, all that is such huge when you're mentally challenged as a young adult.
Yes.
And also, my nephew is mentally challenged and works at Mark's with us for 7 years. And he has come from night and day of the personality and introverted to who he is today, working with a staff of 40 employees.
That's wonderful.
It really is.
That's wonderful. Well, that's good news. Anybody else got a food experience they want to share? We got everybody had contributed today, so
Cindy, you been to Krispy Kreme lately?
I have not. That
she's been a good girl. She has not been eating.
It's not on my diet for the first quarter here.
They called.
They called. They sent a limo for her.
They called.
I think they're kissing me in the drive-thru with the warm lights.
But Buddy Martin told me today that him and I need to get focused, and we need to work on our health because I'm a little portly and we need to work on my health. And I hung up with him and said, I agree, buddy. And I hung up with him and went, how am I going to work Krispy Kreme with Cindy into my health?
And meatloaf and mashed potatoes. I hear you.
Just a quickie on pizza before we get to the break. We talked about Papa Murphy's here on the show a couple of weeks ago. We had a Super Bowl Sunday, and we decided to serve pizza to our guests, and we only had 4. And so we went out to the place located right over by the 16 theaters over here and saw Jeff Bailey, who's formerly of the Hilton, who owns it. And we got our pizzas, and I wanted to make sure I had the right instructions. I'd tried it once before, and I undercooked them.
Right.
So I talked to Jeff. He told me how to do it. I took the pizzas home. The good thing about it is when you're serving the pizza and you want it to be hot, when you're cooking it, it'll be hot when you serve it. So we read the instructions. Jody and I put them in, and we thought we only needed 2. That was actually only needed 1 almost, or big. And it turned out to be really good. I'll do it again. I suggest you try it. Everything's pre-made for you. You pick it up, you take it home, you put your oven on 350 and you cook it. It's a really good idea, and I think it's going to be successful. So we'll get Jeff on the show here in a couple of weeks.
Where's the store located?
It's right over by 16 theaters, right there on the other side of the theaters, right in that mall there.
Okay, got it.
So that would be good. So try it out. So it's a good place, and Jeff's a good guy. So one more quick story before we go to break. Apparently there was a pizza being delivered up in, I guess it was Michigan.
Chicago, Illinois.
Chicago, Oswego, actually. So he pulled a kid over, a pizza driver, a delivery driver. He's 19. He and his male friends were arrested on drug-related charges. So didn't stop there. The officer took the pair into custody, realized the pizza had not been delivered. So he found the address and the receipt and took the pizza to where it belonged. Imagine the surprise of the person at the door. He was thrilled to know that the cop wasn't there on official business, and he delivered his pizza for him. So there you go.
Really nice.
Well, more coming your way on the Restaurant Food Show. Stay tuned right here, too.
1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local. The Source.
Here in Florida, when you're looking to go to the beach, you've got hundreds of options. Theme parks, no shortage of options there either. But when it comes to home insurance, most companies have only one option. Allstate is different. Here in Florida, Allstate agents offer home insurance options from several companies, so they can help you get the coverage that's right for you. And they'll help you save on quality car insurance, too. For starters, safe drivers save 45% with Allstate. So before you settle for just one option, talk to someone with many home and car insurance options. Your local Allstate agent. Are you in good hands?
Hi, this is Kevin McDonald, your local Allstate agent. To get your quote, please call us at 622-2333 or stop by one of our 2 Ocala locations.
Allstate has no financial responsibility to you for any home insurance policy you purchase and would not be responsible for any claims. Allstate does not make any representations or accept liability related to operations of home insurance companies, including but not limited to their financial conditions. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Savings vary.
Does osteoarthritis bring frustration with every step? Do pain and stiffness affect your everyday activities? If so, you may be interested in a research study for the treatment of pain associated with osteoarthritis. Rinstar Medical Research is conducting a research study of an investigational medication for individuals between the ages of 40 and 75 and who have been treated for the pain associated with osteoarthritis for at least 3 months. Qualified participants will receive study-related medical care and investigational medication. Compensation for time and travel will be provided. To learn more about this osteoarthritis study, please call Rinstar Medical Research in Ocala at 352-629-5800. Again, that's 352-629-5800.
Fox News Radio, I'm Jane Metzler.
Thoughts and prayers of everybody who works here at the White House or with the Mueller family at this time.
White House spokesman Josh Earnest on the death of ISIS hostage Kayla Mueller, the relief worker from Prescott, Arizona, taken captive in Syria in 2013. Was her death the result of a Jordanian airstrike, as ISIS claims?
The short answer is no. I wouldn't get into the specifics of evidence itself, but we know that she's dead. ISIL is responsible for that death, but we're not in a position to confirm the circumstances specifically, either to timing or to cause of death.
Pentagon spokesman John Kirby. President Obama calls Russian leader Vladimir Putin to discuss escalating violence in eastern Ukraine ahead of peace talks in Belarus tomorrow. Fox News, we report, you decide.
I have 2 cats and 2 dogs. All 4 of them are on the Dynavite. This stuff is amazing. The first day that I gave Sweet Pea and Daisy the Dynavite for cats, I did add a little bit of the Lick Chops, and they absolutely loved it. All the vitamins, the minerals, they also enjoyed the Num Nums, the Nub Nubs or whatever they're called, the treats that also came along with it. DINOVITE.com.
859-428-1000.
They're just running through the house. They're playing. My Sweet Pea will walk in front of me. She'll she'll stop where she's at, drop, and roll onto her back, and then expect me to rub her belly. Just like a kitten. Daisy and Susie have a cat tree in my living room, and lately she's been climbing up to the top, jumping up there, and then she'll climb back down, and then she's right back up again. Oh, I'm sorry. I wish they would make a product for us humans to give us the same amount of energy and funk that Dynavite for cats are given for my cats. The phone number is 859-428-1000.
859-428-1000.
DINOVITE.com.
Are you in the process of planning your wedding reception? Or are you planning that birthday party for someone special? Or maybe you're just looking to throw a party for yourself. Are you in charge of this year's company outing and looking for something fresh and fun to do? Well, KT Entertainment is your answer to all those questions. We provide music, trivia, and karaoke for everybody's enjoyment. If you would like to get in touch with KT Entertainment and find out about our competitive prices, call us at 352-512-2611. That's 352-512-2611. Or you can find us on the web at kt4fun.com. That's KT, the number 4, fun.com. So remember, whether it's a wedding reception, a party, or a company outing, it's KT Entertainment for all your karaoke, trivia, or musical needs.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting, rust-proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Putting the local back into radio. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. WOCA News. Variety. Information. Now. Keep your arms and legs on the inside at all times.
The most trusted name in news, Fox News, every half hour, only on 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
WOCA.
Restaurant Food Show. Dave Del Rio is offering somebody $50 to go eat at his place. It's a terrific place. I haven't been there. Need to go try Eaton Beach Sandbar and Grill. It's not only great food, the Floresiana food, as Dave described last week, but it's also a great venue. Good place to go, take your family, enjoy the beach out front, also the wonderful sunsets. And so if you haven't tried it, you need to go. Dave has also got a trivia question for us today, and we're going to give the question now. You can call us at about, about 10 minutes from now during the break, and all you got to do is look it up on the website. It's very simple, folks. It's just like candy. So just listen up. Dave, what's the trivia question today?
The trivia question is, what does 3 C's and a little BS stand for?
3C. Did we have this before? Did we have this before?
Nobody got it.
Oh,
nobody got it before. Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
It's on the website.
Oh,
3 C's and a little BS. It's right there on the website.
Right on the website.
So I just got to go to EatonsBeach.com.
That's it.
Roll it down and find it, and I got $50 and call this number. Not now, but in a few minutes. 622-9622. You're going to have a chance to go experience a terrific place to go and eat, and check with Dave while you're there. You want to make sure he gives you the tour. I'm sure he's got
absolutely.
Nothing.
Ask for me.
He has no time, nothing else to do. He'll just take you out, take you out the boat. Go. Oh, wait a minute. You haven't been on your own boat yet, have you? Dave?
No, that's right.
So, discussions during the breaks are really the ones that are most fantastic, and unfortunately, we can't recreate all those. But let's talk about food trends for a second. Food trends. Huffington Post sat down with a guy named Daniel Ballud, a chef with 16 award-winning restaurants, and a psychic. I said, what are the trends, okay? Now, how do you like these? The question, one of them was, what ingredient will everyone be sick of seeing on the menus at the end of 2015? What ingredient will people get tired of seeing on menus at the end of 2015? So you think about that one, and I'll give you the answers they gave. The psychic said, it's interesting. The first thing that pops in your mind is basil. It looks like basil may be overused. The chef said Classics will never die. Classics will disappear and come back, and trends have to die for them to reinvent themselves. But for me, I'm a classics guy. American or French classics, many others. Definitely pork belly, it's phasing out. It's not off the wagon yet, but it's phasing out. So, anybody have a thought about what food might be phasing out in 2015? Got one?
Food? No?
Well, I was going to say bacon. Bacon's been like the big
Really?
chocolate bacon, bacon this, bacon
Really?
that, bacon wrapped hot dogs.
Bacon.
It's been a big, all of a sudden for the last year, I think, and I think it'll kind of just taper back. Never be done, but I don't think it'll be all the crazy stuff we've seen bacon do lately.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I was thinking like Chipotle. Everything has got something Chipotle in it.
Yeah, that came and yeah.
Redundant.
Interesting. Okay. Anybody else? Okay, this is one interesting. What food do you think is going to be doing well in 2015? Which food? And, the one you think is going to be, I mean, this could be the same food we got, but different versions of it. Here's the question was asked to the psychic. The psychic took 24 seconds before she said anything. And she said, nothing's really coming up that clearly. There are foods more from the Mediterranean. The Mediterranean might have a bit of a comeback. I'm not sure if they do polenta there. I keep seeing polenta. But basically foods for the Mediterranean. That's what the psychic says, for what it's worth, okay? The chef said, and this gets to Elodie, ceviche and ramen were definitely hits last year. Because I'm French, and I sit in French-style bistros and enjoy cooking French food, I feel like it's coming back, he says. He says, we see the trends in Paris with a lot of young generation chefs starting in the avant-garde bistros. I think we're going to see more chicken concepts coming up. To me, the best concept I've seen the last 2 years in terms of healthy, fast, casual is Sweet Green in New York. Anybody here Sweet Green? Restaurant? No. So anybody have a thought on what foods may be more popular this year?
Thinking about the gourmet mushrooms. Like
Gourmet mushrooms.
Wine mushrooms.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Truffles or?
Abalone, truffle. We work with hen of the woods, Nebrodini. Bless you. So yeah, all the kind of wine mushroom you can find.
All right, mushrooms for Elodie. Cindy, what do you got?
I don't have anything.
I've got something.
Steak, and I think I just don't see chicken doing much more with chicken. Chicken's a staple in our life, and it's only so far we're going with chickens.
Yeah, I agree with that. But you know what I see? I'm not seeing a particular ingredient. I'm seeing comfort food. Comfort food is and it can move from different, it doesn't move. I mean, it's different to everybody. But I think getting back to classics and comfort foods is going to continue to grow. I really do. I really believe that.
You know what? I'll agree with that. Knowing that the recession has really changed and we've really gotten back on track here in Marion County. Mark's has done huge volumes this year, our best year ever, and big things is potatoes, twice baked, mashed potatoes, steak. I think those comfort foods people just always will enjoy, and there might be new twists on them, but I think you're right. They're always going to be with us.
And I think you're right. I think twists on them, as long as they don't go too far out.
Yep.
Well, as long as you can recognize what it started out as, what made it a classic, you're going to be great.
Macaroni and cheese with truffle oil. We do have that.
You do?
Yeah. There you go.
See?
Yeah. Macaroni and cheese is a staple, and it's done all kinds of twists in the last year.
Okay. Anything else? We've gone through a lot of the.
The thing that I think probably may make a big comeback is, or I hope it does, is I'm a huge fan of different grains of rice. And that's a comfort food really too, when you get the long grain rices but my favorite, and you don't see it much anymore, but I'd like it to come back, is a good yellow rice. With the right foods, you get a good yellow rice. But that's a comfort food. That's a Southern style thing with some fried chicken.
Yellow rice,
exactly.
Spanish. Yeah, I got you.
It's just
a little saffron in there.
Yeah, it's just, but it's a comfort food. Again, that's just something that you can eat a bunch of, and it makes you feel satisfied, makes you feel like home. And that's what it reminds me of. I think that a lot of people, especially with the recession ending, but people wanting to hold on to their money, they're going to look for more food at a smaller price, and comfort food allows you to do that.
Well, maybe not. We'll see. Here's one for you, comfort food, the French fry. All right? French fry. Now, Elodie just made a change in her menu. And my son-in-law always goes there, and he's French, by the way. And he always orders French fries, and Ellie had to give him the bad news Saturday night.
Yes.
We don't have French fries.
He looked crushed.
He was crushed.
So bad for him.
Yeah, I said, what? Oh, French fries? And I'll ask you, why did you decide not to serve French fries?
Well, we do have now, it's not the same shape, but it's really the same taste, even better. It's pomme lyonnaise, the soft potato chips fried with garlic parsley.
We call them home fries? Is that, Dave, that what we call home fries? Or?
No, you're talking about sliced very thin?
Yes. Like a potato chip.
Yeah, they're like potato chips.
Okay.
They're fresh potato chips.
They're not fried.
Yeah.
No, yes, they're fried.
Yeah,
Fried?
fried homemade chips.
There was a restaurant in Tampa that was famous for those. I was there for many years. And we sat it on every table, and people would come just for those fries. We'd go through 100, 200 pounds of those things a day.
Wow.
Oh.
Yes.
Were they crispy or?
They were most of the time they were crispy. It depends. Well, here's the thing. It depends on the time of the year, whether they're full of sugar, which is towards the end of their life, or whether they're right out of the ground. And they only harvest potatoes like once a year. At the same time every year. And you wash the starch out of them, and that makes them crispy. But once they fill with sugar, that's it. They'll never really get crispy.
Some people serve sweet potato fries. Dave, did you used to serve them?
No, we've never served them at the restaurant.
Okay. Did you ever serve them?
We did.
Yeah,
yes.
you used to serve them. That's where I saw eating. Cindy, you don't serve them.
I don't, but boy, do I love those dumplings.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you serve them?
You know what? It's finding the right product.
Exactly.
I just don't have the time to make fresh.
Yeah.
And having one that's pre-cut
Prepared.
for me and
Yeah.
prepared, I've gone through more samples than you can imagine.
Really?
And none of them really had the quality.
How could you mess
that
up a sweet potato for crying out loud?
It's funny that you can.
Yeah.
You can of what they've done to them. So I just don't have the time internally to
I hear
make
you.
fresh continuously and be consistent.
I got some information on French fries here for you. I want to tell you before we go to break. By the way, start dialing now, 622-9622. Got 2 minutes. And look up on the website, eatonsbeach.com. Check out what is the 3 C's and a little BS mean. It's on the website. $50 for the person who calls up first. You'll stand in line. You better be ready to get your finger ready to go. French fries. How many ingredients do you think there are in a batch of McDonald's French fries? Take a guess. Ingredients.
In a full bag?
In 3 or 4, it doesn't matter. The ingredients that go into a
the
French
ingredients
fry.
go to a French fry.
Take a shot. How many?
Say 4 or 5.
4 or 5.
I was going to say 4.
Yeah.
Possibly
How about 19?
19.
19.
Yeah. I've got it broken down by the chains and how many they got. Carl's Jr., that's the California hamburger place. 23 ingredients, okay? McDonald's, 19, I tell you. It goes on down. Burger King, let's see how many they have now. I didn't give a number on them. Anyway, can you imagine 23
Is this because they're breaking
in a
down?
French fries?
They're
Huh?
breaking down the oil.
Yeah, the soybean, the canola, palm oil, modified
Making
potato
all these
starch,
crazy-
rice flour, potato dextrin.
Does
salt.
anybody have just potatoes?
Yeah, really. Wendy's, 14.
Okay, that's better.
Yeah. Jack in the Box, 13.
Oh, I love
Is Outback there?
Outback is not in here, no. This is a fast food place. But
okay.
Anyway, somebody broke this all down, and so it's interesting that it says it's probably no coincidence that restaurants with more ingredients, all major chains have a much larger reach. 5 Guys had the fewest.
Really?
Which is, you know what? That makes sense to me though, because they do it the way Outback did.
Yeah.
That's why. I've watched. I know how they do it, and they do it the way. That's why I asked about Outback.
And I happen to like their potato at 5 Guys.
Yeah, I do too.
It seems like it's a fresh,
Yeah,
right
it
there,
does.
boom, boom, sliced
Yeah,
done.
It does,
that's
yeah.
it. Potato
Dropped
and
in,
water.
dropped out. Ha!
So how about that? Well, there you go. French fries. All right, can we come back? We got a little fake or factoid for the team here. Call right now, 622-9622. Give us your answer to the eatonsbeach.com question. What are the 3 C's that little BS stand for? You can be a winner right here on the Restaurant Food Show.
1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local. The Source.
Hi, this is Randy Briggs of the Briggs Law Firm. My son Bo and I practice exclusively in the representation of accident victims. And we've been asked many times why we would support and sponsor the program Ask the Cops with Sheriff Blair and Chief Graham, who are in the world of criminal law enforcement. Well, these legal rights actually overlap. In civil law enforcement, we're in the business of recovering for victims of accidents that which has been taken away from them and holding the responsible party accountable. Both civil law law and criminal law share those common goals. So we're all in the field of law enforcement, and for that reason, we're proud to sponsor Ask the Cops on the Voice of Ocala with Buddy Martin. So if your family or a friend needs help in an accident situation, feel free to contact us at our website, The Briggs Law Firm. We're located in the Ocala Historic District.
Does osteoarthritis bring frustration with every step? Do pain and stiffness affect your everyday activities? If so, you may be interested in a research study for the treatment of pain associated with osteoarthritis. Rinstar Medical Research is conducting a research study of an investigational medication for individuals between the ages of 40 and 75 and who have been treated for the pain associated with osteoarthritis for at least 3 months. Qualified participants will receive study-related medical care and investigational medication. Compensation for time and travel will be provided. To learn more about this osteoarthritis study, please call Rinstar Medical Research in Ocala at 352-629-5800. Again, that's 352-629-5800.
Ooh, a xylophone. Sounds dreamy.
Yeah, they don't make them like this anymore, Robin. I'm shipping it to the Musical Historical Society.
And you're packing it like that?
What, this won't work?
Why don't you take it to the Personal Service Center at the corner of Northeast 25th Avenue and 24th Street in Ocala? Just look for the yellow signs.
Great idea. That'll save me a lot of time.
The passing of time.
Personal Service Center makes sending packages easy.
And quick, call 789-6683.
For the Personal Service Center.
Your home is safe, or is it? AA Lock, Dock, and Security. The name has been a staple in Ocala since 1985. Do you have the right equipment in place to have peace of mind when you are at home or away? AA Lock, Dock, and Security has the right people to install and monitor your home or business. Call today for a free on-site security analysis. Call 867-1965. AA Lock, Dock, and Security, 219 Northwest 10th Street, 867-1965.
Let's face it, nowadays it can be hard to find American-made products, and that's something that Cabinet Sales of North Florida is well aware of. That's why they're an authorized dealer of Wellborn Cabinetry, family-owned and American-made since 1961. Cabinet Sales of North Florida is your answer for complete turnkey kitchen remodels and whole house cabinetry. Their cabinets are finished with solvent-based enamels for a long-lasting finish that's second to none. Available in an incredible selection of door styles and colors to choose from to turn your dream kitchen into a reality. In-house design and drawing services are available. Come by and see our displays for yourself at the Floors of the Villages, 3935 County Road 216 in Oxford, or Exquisite Design Kitchen and Bath in Bellevue, right across the street from the Bellevue Library. So whether you're looking for bookcases, kitchen, bath, or outdoor kitchen, Cabinet Sales of North Florida is your one-stop of quality cabinets. For a free estimate, call 352-427-2647. That's 352-427-2647. Cabinet Sales of North Florida.
We have a winner on the trivia question from Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill, and the question was, give the question and answer, Dave.
The question was, what does 3 C's and a little BS stand for? The answer is Cajun, Creole, Low Country, Barbecue, and Spanish, which is what makes up Louisiana cuisine.
Louisiana, there you go.
And Juan was able to get in, and Juan got it right away.
Congratulations, Juan. There you go. You'll enjoy Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill. Okay, anybody got any news to share before we finish up with a little bit of fake or a factoid about food, just for the fun of it? Anybody got any restaurant news, anything
Yeah,
new?
we're getting ready for our big Valentine's Day.
Yeah, well, yeah, you guys are,
Yeah.
you're sold out, aren't you?
We're sold out.
Like, I think
We're
it's sold out.
for the Friday night too, and I decided to do something nice for the Sunday. We are right behind the Marion movie theater.
Yeah.
And there's this movie going on.
50 Shades of Grey?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're going to do a dinner and a movie for $29.
I saw that. That's good.
Plus a glass of champagne.
Wow, that's cool.
It's a good deal.
That sounds good.
So I guess.
So how do they get in? It's too late now. Is it sold out?
No, it's for Sunday the 15th. So I guess.
The rest of the week you can still do that?
Yeah.
What number to call?
It's 352-433-2570.
And make a reservation for dinner to movie.
Yes.
$29 for a dinner and for a movie. That's a good deal right there.
We open at 5:30 and the movie's at 7.
Very good. All right, that's good. David, what you got going on?
Well, we got, like I said, we're getting ready for Valentine's Day, and that's going to be a big day for us. We got plenty of room, though. I mean, because we got
you do.
We got a big restaurant.
You're not taking reservations, though, right?
No, we're doing call ahead seating. Reservations just are very difficult for us, but call ahead seating will absolutely get you. If you're coming an hour and a half before you come, give us a call. We'll get your name on the list, and it will definitely shorten any wait that we might have. But we've got all kinds of food, a great steak special, dessert specials, drink specials.
Mm-hmm.
We're just going to have a lot of fun.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a beautiful setting, isn't it?
That's great. Great place for a romantic day.
That's right.
All right. I know Susan will know this. What's your phone number? Do you know, Dave? You never call it. We'll look it up. Let them know. I should have known better. All right, here's what we got. We got about 2 minutes time. You can play here because Sonny's gone. This is fake or factoid on food. Just say fake or factoid, okay? You just tell me, here it is. Bread is the oldest of all man-made foods. Fake or factoid? Tom, go first.
Fake.
Dave?
Fake.
Yeah, fake.
Fake?
Yeah.
You're right. It's fake. What is the oldest?
Burnt dinosaur?
Cheese. Burnt dinosaur, yeah. Yeah. Here's one for you. In the Middle Ages, chicken soup was believed to be an aphrodisiac. Fake or factoid?
Fact.
Yeah, I don't know about that one either. I'm going to say fake.
Fake? Fake?
Mm-hmm.
Tom's right. It's fact. It was believed to be an aphrodisiac, yeah.
Well, yeah, he has all the answers right there.
He didn't even see this. A couple more real quick. It's possible to get drunk by cooking with wine.
No. I tried every day. I'm not drunk.
No.
Does everybody say fake?
Yeah, I say fake.
Fake. You know why? And if you get it, alcohol evaporates at 172 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's right.
You all knew that.
Yeah.
Couple more. The strawberry is the only agricultural product that bears its seeds on the outside.
Fact.
Yeah, I think that's the only one I can think of. Yeah, fact.
Fact?
I'll follow the guys.
You say fake or fact?
No, I'll follow the guys.
You're all
Fact.
sharp today.
Yeah.
You're all sharp. Final one. Guess how many squirts it takes from a cow's udder to yield 1 gallon of milk? What's the number? How many squirts?
240.
240.
260.
260.
You should go 261.
Yeah, go 261.
You should go 261.
That
Okay, well, go ahead.
And you did because it was 345. So,
Yeah, I know.
So you win.
Yeah, I knew she should have went. Just 261, you win.
Hey, thanks, everybody. Great job. Thanks, Elodie, and all our best to Patrice. And don't forget La Cuisine. Also, Eat to Beat Sandbar and Grill. Dave, thanks so much, Dave Del Rio. And also Cindy Nicholson from Mark's Prime Steakhouse and Seafood. Stay tuned to Buddy Sports Page next. Lots of stuff coming up, including John Manley and Joe Williams right here on
1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
When you were a kid, you had all sorts of toys. Toy cars, boats, trucks, entire toy boxes full of fun. Of course, you never really outgrow your toys, do you? It's just that now, instead of a box full, you have a garage full. Cars, trucks, boats, motorcycles, ATVs, and more. As you get older, your love of toys just gets stronger. So protect those toys the best way possible by switching to Allstate. An Allstate agent can help do the switching, paperwork, bundle all your policies together, and even find you a bunch of discounts. So if you love your toys, make sure you protect your toys by making one call to an Allstate agent.
Protect all your toys with Allstate and the McDonald Agency. Established in 1985, we have offices in Ocala and the Villages to better serve you. Give us a call at 622-2333. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability.
Are you in good hands?
Hi, this is Randy Briggs of the Briggs Law Firm. Traditional help for truly injured. We trademark registered this belief years ago as our description of our practice at the Briggs Law Firm. By traditional help, we mean that clients actually meet with a partner in the firm who will personally handle their case, not a paralegal. Well, what about truly injured? We limit our practice to injury claims having merit with clients who indeed have been injured. So if you or a loved one have been truly injured, compare our credentials at thebriggslawfirm.com or call us at 671-4600.
Nestled in the heart of horse country, just off I-75 exit 354, the award-winning and newly refreshed Howard Johnson Inn of Ocala invites you to pamper yourself in one of our comfy guest rooms. Enjoy our free and fast Wi-Fi, heated outdoor swimming pool, 24-hour fitness center, and our deluxe continental breakfast. Other on-site amenities include a restaurant, putt-putt golf, and a car wash. Go happy, go Hojo at the Howard Johnson Inn of Ocala.
Proud sponsor of College of Central Florida basketball on WOCA The Source.
Hi, this is Kevin McDonald, your local Allstate agent and proud sponsor of College of Central Florida basketball, heard here on WOCA. For all your insurance needs, please contact the McDonald Agency at 622-2333.
Do you have areas that have started sagging or drooping? Is what you're looking at not quite the same as it was years ago? Are there enhancements you've been putting off? Is there serious damage you need fixed? Then call on us, Damage Control Services. When your roof is sagging and the drywall is drooping after a storm, or your home just needs some enhancements, from damage repairs to new construction, Damage Control Services is here to help.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to join me Thursday at 11 a.m. for Health Matters. Ocala Health and Strive have teamed up to bring you the latest information on good health services available to you right here at home. This vital information will help you make informed decisions about your health. So don't forget to join me here at 11 a.m. Thursday. It's news you can use from Ocala Health, Strive, and your friends here at WOCA.
Your home is safe, or is it? AA Lock, Dock, and Security. The name has been a staple in Ocala since 1985. Do you have the right equipment in place to have peace of mind when you are at home or away? AA Lock, Dock, and Security has the right people to install and monitor your home or business. Call today for a free on-site security analysis. Call 867-1965. AA Lock, Dock, and Security, 219 Northwest 10th Street, 867-1965.
Your weekends are getting a little retool.
Swear to God, not making a joke.
Check this out. New shows? Check. Some new talent? Check. Let's welcome the guys.
Let's get it going.
Arnie Spanier.
Unbelievable.
TJ Reeves.
This is what you get.
Your weekends are on fire because that's how exotic it is.
One of the most common questions those nearing retirement are asking, will I outlive my money? Retirement questions like these and many more will be answered every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement with hosts Francois and Julian Pozenet. Francois and Julian will help you put your retirement puzzle together. Catch Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement Saturdays at 9 a.m. on Ocala's News Talk, The Source 96.3 FM and 1370 AM.
Your source for the #1 sports weekends. Fox Sports, only on 96.3 FM, 1370 AM.
WOCA. Fox News Radio, I'm Jane Metzler.
It has been a stressful time for our family and also for the world.
Lori Lyon, maternal aunt of American relief worker Kayla Mueller, taken hostage by ISIS in 2013 and now confirmed dead. Kathleen Day, one of Kayla's friends, also addressing reporters in the Mueller's hometown of Prescott, Arizona.
They tried to silence her. They locked her up. They kept us silent out of fear. But now she's free. And she says that she found freedom even in captivity, and that she is grateful. And so her light shines.
The Pentagon denies a claim by ISIS that a Jordanian airstrike caused the young woman's death. A New York City police officer indicted in the fatal shooting of a man in a darkened stairwell. He claims it was an accident. The Dow closing up 140, the Nasdaq gained 62. Fox News, we report, you decide.
I have 2 cats and 2 dogs. All 4 of them are on the Dynavite. This stuff is amazing. The first day that I gave Sweet Pea and Daisy the Dynavite for cats, I did add a little bit of the Lick-A Chops, and they absolutely loved it. All the vitamins, the minerals, they also enjoyed the Num-Nums, the Nub-Nubs or whatever they're called, the treats that also came along with it. DINOVITE.com.
859-428-1000.
They're just running through the house. They're playing. My Sweet Pea will walk in front of me. She'll stop where she's at, drop, and roll onto her back, and then expect me to rub her belly, just like a kitten. Daisy and Sweet Pea have a cat tree in my living room, and lately she's been climbing up to the top, jumping up there, and then she'll climb back down, and then she's right back up again. Oh, I'm sorry. I wish they would make a product for us humans to give us the same amount of energy and funk that Dynavite for cats are given for my cats. The phone number is 859-428-1000.
859-428-1000.
DINOVITE.com.
How much time? 30 seconds. I'm on right now. I don't believe you.
Okay. Enough kidding around.
Ho, 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 ho.
And now it's time for the Buddy Martin Sports Page.
He actually had me stay here last night in his gym.
It's like I don't fit in. It's like I don't belong here.
Let's go talk to a couple of guys that never gamble.
Oh, see, I made Lewis a bet here. See, Lewis bet me that we couldn't both get rich and put you on the poorhouse at the same time. He didn't think we could do it.
Gambling is illegal at Bushwood, sir, and I never slide.
And now, here's Buddy.
Welcome to a Tuesday edition of Buddy Sports Page. Glad to be with you here today. Kind of crisp and cold out there. Feels like football, but we don't have any football. We just got to keep jonesing every week till we get some football. But you know where you get some football? Every week on Southern Pigskin Tonight. And you get a lot of rest of the program week. We got it here on the show, which we will today, because part of that program tonight will be with one of the very keen observers of the college football season. How'd you like to have a job where you went to every big game on CBS every week?
Vern Lundquist and Gary Danielson have that job, buddy.
And
we can't have that job. They already have it.
But so does our guest at 5:30. And he's been on the show several times before. David Moulton from down in Southwest Florida will join us for that time. David's always got good stuff to say. And I'm going to get his thoughts on a couple of things, including the new member of the College Football Playoff Committee, about recruiting. We'll talk about that, the C.C. Jefferson issue, about whether we're putting too much pressure on kids. David always comes up with something, and I'm sure he will at 5:30. Glad to have him on the program today. He does a lot of things. He calls FGCU basketball on the radio. Tom James does the web version of it. And David Moulton calls FGCU basketball for Myers. He does a talk show every afternoon, Miller and Moulton.
993 ESPN.
99.3, I believe this. And he on football weekends, he flies off to every game where he works as a spotter. That's what they call him, for Gary Danielson and for a little bit for Vern Lundquist. But he does a lot more than that, because he's always giving opinions and thoughts and insights to those guys. So Danielson, like him or not, is a very astute observer of football. And he certainly comes from a position of knowing, as a former NFL quarterback and a guy who studies the game. I mean, he really...
Did Danielson play with the Lions in the NFL?
He certainly did.
That's what I thought.
And I always thought he had some of the best insights. If you used to have him on the show occasionally, but Gary's gotten where he doesn't do much talk radio.
I don't like his... I think sometimes he gets slanted towards a particular team, or as a Gator fan, I used to think he always hated Florida, but he is one of the smartest guys in football, period.
Yeah, see, people have to get over that. And this is the problem with too many fans.
Well, we're fanatics. That's what fan is short
But
for.
you're also paranoid.
Paranoid.
Everybody thinks that somebody's against their team, doing something wrong.
Well, everybody hates Georgia Southern. You especially. You really hate Georgia
Is
Southern.
that Georgia State or Georgia Southern? I got it mixed up.
See right there.
I got mixed up, so I don't know. So, but anyway, so David Moulton will be on the program. Dave Pinglor is hopping a plane to somewhere. In fact, we're going to call him right now.
Oh, I didn't get him on the phone.
Yeah, because he's catching a plane. David Pinglor from Local 6 asked me, he said, "You guys do the FanDuel thing down there?" I said, "No, not really." But FanDuel is apparently a big deal. I don't get into it, and Tom might have know a little more about it. I guess that's where you do your fantasy thing, and you line up and you play every week, and you play against other people for money and et cetera. Look, I draw a line between my love for football, especially college football, and gambling on it, and especially when you're talking about doing
Tom Schmitz, how are you, sir?
when you're talking about doing fantasy. I understand fantasy football. I get it. I just don't participate in it. But, it must be something to this FanDuel thing, because why else would the great Dave Pinglor from Local 6 ask me a question? Do you guys do FanDuel? What is this thing about FanDuel, Dave Pinglor?
Oh, you're asking about the text that I sent you.
Yeah.
You've heard of that?
Yes,
Yeah,
I have. But why would you ask me about that? What's the deal? What context is that?
No, I was just asking if you guys did, the daily fantasy sports thing. That's all. I was just curious.
Yes, yes, I do.
Well, I mean, yes and no, but I mean, my question is, why would
Tom does? Tom does?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
But why would you
All right.
care about that? That's what I'm asking.
Because I'm just in me and my buddy, the Golden Dome. We're in a fun little contest together, and we're always trying to see who's better at out picking. And
right.
That's all. So we're in one tonight, and I was just curious.
He needs some help.
Tom,
we can give you some help.
Tom, I'll send you the link. You can join us.
Okay, very good, very good.
Well, wait a minute. We can share. Put it on the air.
Well, okay. Well, I'll just send you I'll send you guys the link, and you can for the contest tonight.
All right.
There you go.
See, we're easy.
Text me your email address, and after I get off the big show here, I will send it to you.
We'll do it.
It is the big show, but it's not big enough to have your dog on. That's the only thing.
Ah, yeah, the dog. Dog's been a big star.
I bet you've had a lot of comments about. Is it Sasha?
Sasha.
I bet you had a lot of comments about that, haven't you?
A lot of comments about Sasha. It's kind of, I think she had to make a weekly appearance or every couple of weeks. It's kind of funny to bring the dog on. Why not? You gotta liven it up a little bit.
You do, and by the way, you do that a lot. You do it well. Here's the thing: why don't you let Sasha make your picks for you?
That might happen next year. Right? That might happen during our football picks.
Yeah,
absolutely.
All right. So, what are you going on the plane for? Where are you going today, or just private? Is it personal?
I am a little R&R going down to Puerto Rico.
Okay.
With a group of friends. We're going golfing at probably one of the most beautiful golf courses in the world called Royal Isabella. You need to look that up online.
Okay. I've been to Saramar down there.
This is on the west coast of Puerto Rico, about 2 hours west of San Juan. But it is magnificent golf course, unbelievable treasure that not a lot of people know about. I mean, its holes are literally on the ocean in the mountains. So take a look at that online.
All right. Now, David, can I ask you a favor? I don't want to wish you any ill will or anything to happen to you, but if your plane goes down, can I have your job?
Sure.
Okay. Just want to get that.
I'll give you the email to my boss.
Okay, good. Yeah, just put it in the mailbox. Hey, all right. Let's talk about Billy Donovan. Let's talk about the Magic, Jacques Vaughn. The change has been made, and Tom is coming in with all kinds of these rumors. Now they've started again, and of course, part of it's the Bianchi column that he regurgitated a couple of days ago about the Gators should go get Billy Donovan. I don't see it happening. It hadn't come to my thoughts, but Tom has got a little bit of a rumor that he picked up from a friend of a friend who heard something. And if you want to share, Tom, you go ahead. But
I just have a friend of mine who I talked to a couple times today that said he's heard bar talk from some people that he believes are associated with the no, that think that Billy Donovan may go more than just a day with the Orlando Magic this time. Have you heard anything inkling of that, Ping?
No, nothing concrete like that. But, it's been 8 years since he took the job and then he didn't take the job. If there may be a time as ever, maybe this is it for him to give a shot at the NBA. They got a bunch of young guys. He's coached a couple of those guys on the, from a national standpoint, been around them. I don't think it would be a bad idea for both parties to maybe talk about it. A new coach into the NBA, and it's not retread anymore. He'd be like a fresh face in the NBA. It might be very intriguing to him, and it would not surprise me. I don't know what the percentages are I could put on there where I think he would be the next Magic head coach, but it's got to have some percentage to it, maybe 20%. I mean, I don't, his name always comes up when there's head coaching jobs. He gets to stay in the state of Florida. He's going to demand a high-priced dollar amount. It might happen. I mean, it's possible. Where he is now in his career, he might just want to give it a shot. He's 8 years older. He's probably a better coach than he was 8 years ago. I kind of like it. It would create a great buzz for the Magic. It might not be a bad hire.
All right, now see if Pink's talked himself into. I could tell when he started out talking about it. Now he's convinced this is, and it'll be on Local 6 sometime next couple of days.
No, I've already thrown it out the last couple of days, though. Okay. I've thrown it out there. Yeah, I mean, but think about it. I mean, it depends. It depends where he thinks he is in his life. I mean, what is he? Almost 50 years old.
Yeah.
He could get $5 to $7 million. I mean, he's got young. I mean, it sounds like it's still in the state of Florida.
Yeah.
So he could still. It sounds like a no-brainer in a way.
Well, here's two things. I'll let you get back to your plane. I know you're ready to catch a plane, but here's the deal. Number one, what will Billy Donovan's legacy be? It won't be in the NBA. It would be to aspire to be someone like, and I'm not saying he is, but he could be like this, like Dean Smith.
He could right. That could be in the back of his mind.
Yeah. So how do you want to be remembered? As a guy who, restored the franchise and got the Magic back to the playoffs and the finals one day, or the guy that coached a long time and had great teams and built men, which Dean Smith did. And more stories you hear about Dean Smith. By the way, your thoughts about that? You just hear these stories about this guy coming out. They're incredible stories about how invested this guy was in North Carolina and his players.
Well, I grew up watching him essentially, through my, high school years in the 80s and into college. But, he touched a lot of lives, and I think he certainly affected more people that played for him that went on to other things other than professional basketball. Guys who are business leaders and people in their respective communities around the country. I think he was more than just a coach. He carried himself in an unbelievable way. From all the things that were written and said about him, he was more than just a coach to these guys. So, his legacy is just not, one of the greats on the basketball courts, winning a bunch of basketball games. He really affected a lot of young men.
He did. And be kind of like you one day when you're 95 and you finally die. They won't say Dave Pingler was the guy who broke the story about Urban Meyer going to Ohio State. They'll say he's the guy that made his son a TV star, his dog a TV star, and played ping pong with people. That's what they'll say.
That's funny.
Yeah. Well, you have a great trip to Puerto Rico, and we'll talk when you get back, and we'll get that.
Text me your email address, and I'll fire up the link.
We're going to do that, and we'll get people involved here, David, and we always like to be everything Pingalore around here.
All right, sounds good.
Have a great trip, man. Talk to you soon. Dave Pingalore. He's going off, flying off again someplace.
Well,
Ireland or Puerto Rico or someplace, California.
Is there a more enjoyable, and no offense to all the other people that do the sports on Channel 9 and Channel 2 and Channel 35 in Orlando, and I don't know about any other channels. I just get the Orlando channels on DirecTV. That's what I get. But is there a more entertaining sportscaster than Dave Pingler?
That's what he's trying to do. If you're looking for a guy to give you a serious sports commentary every night,
he's not your guy.
Not your guy. He's shtick. He's a guy with shtick,
And it's funny.
And he's good spirit. And you look at his anchors and his fellow anchors, how he gets along with them. And that's how you tell about a guy.
Him and Tom, the weather guy, they have a good time together.
And that's
Tom
true.
Sauls, they have a good time.
My friend in television a long time ago told me that story. The guy in Denver said, watch how people react to the people on the desk in the newsroom, in the room, and the cameraman, the producers. You can tell how much he's like, and that same presence goes out in television. So Ping, for all his wacky stuff, he's funny, and he doesn't take himself too seriously, although he breaks the story once in a while. But he does. Like, I used to travel all the time in sports. I mean, I was on an airplane traveling. In fact, one reason I got out of it was I was traveling all the time. So traveling and covering sports events is not all that great.
It's not all. I thought when I first got into this, it'd be great.
Right. But here's the difference. Ping just goes on these little R&R trips.
Right.
He goes to
he's going to right now.
Puerto Rico.
I mean, come on.
And by the way, he just happened to go cover the team in Ireland. And,
yeah.
And granted, I mean, I used to hate people who said, well, oh, you must be having a great time. You're going to go to New Orleans for 3 days, 4 days, enjoy yourself. I didn't see anything but the inside of a hotel room and a press room and a ballpark.
Well, that's like all my friends that went to the LPGA tournament. They said, man, we had a great time Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. You see, I said, I didn't see any golf till Saturday afternoon after my sports show. Right. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we were on the back patio. I didn't see a bit of golf.
But we'll still take it.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Yeah. All right, take a break, come back, time to have headlines. We'll catch up on a few things. We think we know who the new Trinity coach is going to be. We're going to tell you that in a minute. And coming up at the bottom of the hour, we'll have our friend from Southwest Florida, David Moulton, will join us to talk about football right here on Buddy Sports Page.
1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local. The Source.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And so is State Farm agent Angie Lewis, working hard to serve her community as a citizen and insurance agent. Angie wants to help you as you adjust your insurance needs to your life. From everything to helping educate your teen driver to protecting your family against everyday risk. She wants to change the way you perceive insurance by developing relationships with her clients, which is why Angie and her staff are proud to be a part of so many good causes in Ocala. In turn, she has chosen to single out those who step up as leaders. Each month on the Voice of Ocala, Angie spotlights a good neighbor, saluting those who give exceptional service or do random acts of kindness to others. For this, Angie was written up in State Farm's National Magazine. Angie also supports local businesses with a regular Biz Buzz.
Hi, I'm State Farm agent Angie Lewis. Come see me and my team for all your insurance and financial needs in the beautiful downtown historic district, 416 East Fort King Street, or call 291-2444.
Hi, this is Buddy Martin. If you have an award or a trophy in your house, there's more than a good chance it came from BJ Trophies Gifts and Awards. At BJ Trophies, Floyd Hirschberger and his staff have a lot more than just trophies. Among the items they specialize in are donor recognition walls and trees, personalized or engraved gifts, cast bronze dedication plaques, wide format digital printing with posters, banners, and signs, and promotional products. Floyd is the official trophy and awards maker for the Voice of Ocala radio show and is North Central Florida's leader in custom recognition programs, corporate awards, industrial engraving, unique gifts, and advertising specialties. When Angie Lewis went shopping for something to award to the winners of her State Farm Good Neighbor Award, she shopped first at BJ Trophies Awards and Gifts. Check them out at 1735 Northeast Jacksonville Road on North Magnolia's Miracle Mile, or call them today at 352-732-2249. BJ Trophies Awards and Gifts. Trophies is just our middle name. If you need a sign or a banner for your yard or your business or your campaign, I'd recommend you go to Signs Unlimited at 318 South Magnolia in Ocala. Screen printing, embroidery, digital graphics. Do what I did when we needed signs for the Save the Marion Theater Group. Go see Vic Buttermore at Signs Unlimited if you want quality work with a fast turnaround from somebody who is deeply committed to his community and always ready to assist you. There's a reason Vic's slogan is, it's our business to make your business better. Sign up for Signs Unlimited. Call 732-7341 today.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to join me Thursday at 11 a.m. for Health Matters. Ocala Health and Strive have teamed up to bring you the latest information on good health services available to you right here at home. This vital information will help you make informed decisions about your health. So don't forget to join me here at 11 a.m. Thursday. It's news you can use from Ocala Health, Strive, and your friends here at WOCA.
On the next AM Ocala Live, Robin and I will be speaking to Dr. Wendell D. Hall. He's coming on to speak about the scope of the College Board's All-In campaign, the value of taking college-level courses in high school.
News Bites, the hottest news and current events are bite-sized.
And then Troy Pummel and Judy Day will be on. He's an inventor, and she is a nurse. They've written a book called The Mirror Effect, More Than Soulmates, 6 Steps to Finding Your Magical Match Using Online Dating.
Gilbert Hahn is an historian and an author. He's written a new book called 4 America in 1860.
And then John Fuller will be on from the law firm of Fuller & Fuller answering your legal questions on his program, Legally Yours.
Dr. Donna Kamor is the editor-in-chief of the new book, Women's Health for Life. She'll be on the air speaking about sexual health issues affecting women age 50 plus and the challenges and options available to treat their medical issues.
All of that plus Fun with Joe on the next AM Ocala Live right here on The Source, WOCA 96.3 FM.
1370 AM.
What you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
If you woke up feeling bloated, load up on water-rich fruits and veggies. Reminiscing about your first encounter, talking about it, creates the same changes in brain chemistry in both of you, which means it'll feel like you're falling in love all over again. If you experience breakouts and you normally drink fat-free milk, consider switching to 1% milk or dairy alternatives that contain fewer than 10 grams of sugar per serving.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Welcome back to Buddy Sports Page. Let's go right to the headlines. Shania Jenkins has sat faithfully with the family of her fiancé, Aaron Hernandez, during her occasional courtroom appearances for his murder trial. That may all change now, as the prosecution has offered her full immunity. Judge Susan Garsh endorsed an application to grant Jenkins immunity in exchange for her testimony. She's now expected to become a prosecution witness, perhaps the most powerful prosecution witness that the Commonwealth has. The Commonwealth believes that she participated by disposing of the murder weapon the following day after the murder because she was seen carrying something in a plastic bag from the basement, borrowed her sister's car for half an hour. So if she can tell him where the murder weapon is, buddy, this is huge.
Party's over.
Yeah, party's way over if she can tell him where the murder weapon is.
Sure.
Peyton Manning, likely to return in 2015. He's working out in New Orleans, getting ready. He's started training with. He's going to start training with fitness guru Mackie Shilston. A clear sign he plans to come back, but he has also set up a meeting with John Elway to discuss. And finally, Jerry Tarkanian, hospitalized in Vegas with breathing trouble. The ex-coach of the UNLV Running Rebels in the hospital with breathing trouble.
What's the first thing you thought when you saw that? Another one bites the dust.
I thought Jerry Tarkanian. I mean, he's 84.
Dean Smith. We had Billy Casper. We had Charlie Sifford. I mean,
right.
We just had a whole string of
He's
them.
84.
And they're all in that same genre of the greatest generation.
Right.
Which we we looked up to. I looked up to at least when I was a kid.
Although Tarkanian, opposite end of the spectrum from Dean Smith when it came to
question about
how
that,
they ran
but
their
still,
program.
Certainly a well-known guy in basketball.
Right.
Let me get a couple things in for the break because I want to make sure. First of all, Florida completed their staff today.
I saw that.
Yeah, wide receiver coach Kenny Dixon, who comes from Hampton, Sydney, and he graduated from there.
Florida International is where he just come from as the running back coach.
Right, and he's wide receiver coach, and it's obviously a recruiting move.
Here's my problem, though. Never been a wide receivers coach.
Yeah, well, he played the position at one time, so he has knowledge of it.
That's a recruiting move, though.
No question. Brian White, by the way, remember that McElwain himself coached wide receivers.
Right.
So he'll have a hand in that. Brian White, our friend from up in Florida, who was running back coach, it was let go by the new regime. I saw his post today, and I sent him a text. He is now a new member of the staff of Steve Adazio at Boston College. And he returns to at Boston, where he attended Harvard, played quarterback. The news is out. I can't confirm this, but I have it upon more than a rumor that Trinity Catholic has hired a new coach. Now, I could be wrong on this. I'm just putting it out there because it's unconfirmed, I'm telling you. But Joe Sturdivant, who's the defensive coordinator at IMG Football Academy, in Bradenton apparently has been hired to replace John Brantley. He's originally from Lilburn, Georgia, and you might remember Tom Sturdivant, who was his grandfather, former New York Yankees starter and World Series champion. How's this for his heritage? His father, his late father, is Paul Sturdivant, former SMU standout, the middle linebacker. His mother, Mary, former Miss New Jersey winner. So he's got a lot of royalty in his blood. So that's what we're hearing, unconfirmed, but we hear that is the case. And by the way, the runner-up was the guy from St. Thomas Aquinas, who somebody knows his name, but he was one of the ones they talked to. If that comes about, we'll see. I want to talk about a visit, Tom, I had today with a guy that we're going to hear on the radio here soon. We can enjoy it. Bert Reed. His background is, of course, in physical therapy. He has a terrific place, and you know it, and I know it, because your girlfriend and my wife went there for Dr. Craig Chappell's help. Right. And very happy with Joni had her last therapy today. Bert Reed from Mountain River Physical Therapy had lunch with him today. He's got quite a connection. He has a lot of NFL and NBA athletes, and many of whom will come here and train. It would take physical therapy from him, and this is a new concept. And I think we got something here you're going to be hearing a lot about, that it has far-reaching effects, that Mountain River Physical Therapy was located over on Maricamp Road, 17th Street. And I think we're going to see a lot, because he's got national athletes coming here, all the way here to get the treatment. And he says the reason is they can get both the physical therapy and the medical. So look forward to having Bert on the radio soon, and Craig Chappell, who has been on this show. So all that as well. Let's see, what else? Anything else in the news we need to talk about before we go to break? We'll just go right to break here and say, okay, we'll catch you on the other side. Coming up next, we'll talk to our friend David Moulton from 99.3 down in Miller and Moulton in Southwest Florida. And we'll just check in with David. Again, got one of the great jobs around. Every Saturday he goes to the CBS Game of the Week. And he has a few opinions, too, by the way. Coming up next right here on Buddy Sports Radio.
1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local. The Source.
Let's give it up for old asphalt and a new pair of shoes. Let's give it up for a good rhythm meeting a sweet melody. For a church cookout under clear skies. Let's give it up for good things coming together, like bundling your auto and other policies together with an Allstate agent, which can save you time and keep you better protected. Let's give it up for good.
To receive your comparative insurance quote, contact the McDonald Agency at 622-2333.
Stay with us and sleep better at the Sleep Inn and Suites of Ocala Bellevue, located next door to Don Garlett's Museum and a few minutes from Florida Horse Park. Our award-winning, newly refreshed Sleep Inn and Suites offers comfy, clean rooms, free fast Wi-Fi, and service with a smile. Start your day with a deluxe hot breakfast and unwind in our heated outdoor pool. Our convenient 24-hour fitness and business centers allow you to stay on track whether you're here to play or to work. That's Sleep Inn and Suites Ocala Bellevue.
Proud sponsor of College of Central Florida basketball.
Right on the southwestern corner of the square sits one of the finest dining establishments in Florida, Mark's Prime Steakhouse and Seafood Restaurant. Mark's offers big city dining amenities in a charming and small town setting. It's a rare treat to experience both the ambiance and the exquisite cuisine in a friendly atmosphere. Ocala's finest restaurant serves the finest beef, the freshest seafood, premium wines, and naturally fresh vegetables. From valet parking to splendid service, Mark's offers the complete package. Check it out today. Mark's Prime Seafood and Steakhouse Restaurant. Located next door to Silver Spring State Park and a few minutes from historic downtown Ocala, our award-winning Holiday Inn Express Hotel and Suites of Silver Springs is the place to stay for a friendly, memorable, and fun experience. Enjoy our fast and free Wi-Fi, complimentary hot breakfast, and free parking. Whether you're in town for work or play, our friendly staff will make you feel right at home. That's the Holiday Inn Express and Suites of Silver Springs.
Proud sponsor of College of Central Florida basketball on WOCA The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Jane Metzler.
It has been a stressful time for our family and also for the world.
Lori Lyon, maternal aunt of American relief worker Kayla Mueller, taken hostage by ISIS in 2013 and now confirmed dead. Kathleen Day, one of Kayla's friends, also addressing reporters in the Mueller's hometown of Prescott, Arizona.
They tried to silence her. They locked her up. They kept us silent out of fear. But now she's free. And she says that she found freedom even in captivity and that she is grateful. And so her light shines.
The Pentagon denies a claim by ISIS that a Jordanian airstrike caused the young woman's death. A New York City police officer indicted in the fatal shooting of a man in a darkened stairwell. He claims it was an accident. The Dow closing up 140, the NASDAQ gained 62. Fox News, we report, you decide.
I have 2 cats and 2 dogs. All 4 of them are on the Dynavite. This stuff is amazing. The first day that I gave Sweet Pea and Daisy the Dynavite for cats, I did add a little bit of the Lick-a Chops, and they absolutely loved it. All the vitamins, the minerals, they also enjoyed the Num-Nums, the Nub-Nubs or whatever they're called, the treats that also came along with it. DINOVITE.com.
859-428-1000.
They're just running through the house. They're playing. My Sweet Pea will walk in front of me. She'll stop where she's at, drop, and roll onto her back, and then expect me to rub her belly. Just like a kitten. Daisy and Suki have a cat tree in my living room, and lately she's been climbing up to the top, jumping up there, and then she'll climb back down, and then she's right back up again. Oh, I'm sorry. I wish they would make a product for us humans to give us the same amount of energy and funk that Dynavite for cats are given for my cats. The phone number is 859-428-1000.
859-428-1000.
DINOVITE.com.
Guy Harvey Checking is now exclusively available at Gateway Bank. With Guy Harvey Checking, you will receive Gateway's premium checking account, plus several other Guy Harvey Ocean Foundation features, including membership to the Guy Harvey Hammerhead Nation, free Guy Harvey t-shirt, and an exclusive Guy Harvey debit card. At Gateway Bank, we will make a $50 donation to the Guy Harvey Ocean Foundation for every new account open. This is just one more reason why people choose Gateway Bank. Sign up today for your exclusive Guy Harvey Checking account with Gateway. Details available at gatewaybankcfl.com, member FDIC.
Hi, Danny Werfel here. Get moving with Florida Credit Union's fast and easy loan approval process.
Let Florida Credit Union start up a new car loan for you today. No more waiting, hassles, or stop signs. You can even apply online. With a strong financial team behind you, you can enjoy great rates and fast approvals.
It's all about personalized service and a streamlined process.
Florida Credit Union, connecting your money to your life.
Real estate is the largest and most personal investment that any of us will ever make. Be sure to tune in Tuesdays at 10 a.m. when Bob Kennedy, owner of Berkshire Hathaway Home Team Realty, will be answering your questions and discussing real estate. So remember, that's Tuesdays at 10 a.m. Call 622-9622 with your questions. It pays to be an informed buyer or seller. This is news you can use from Berkshire Hathaway Home Team Realty and your friends here at WOCA.
WOCA,
This is WOCA, News Talk 1370.
This is James Snyder inviting you to join me each Sunday morning at 9:30 for Sunday Joy, right here on WOCA 1370.
If you're in Southwest Florida, you have to turn your radio over to 99.3, hear Miller and Moulton, and hear David Moulton, who's always got something interesting to say, as he does when he appears with us on this program. We welcome him to the program right now, Dave Moulton. Hi, David.
Buddy, how are you?
I'm really good, and I was just talking to Tom about this when we came on the air, about everybody's got stories about their childhood. And what annoys me sometimes is that there are people on national television and people on national talk shows, and that's fine, who say, well, I'll tell you back when I was a boy what it was like, And I'm thinking, boyhood stories are interesting, but everybody thinks their time growing up was the most interesting. So when you grew up, who did you watch? I know a lot of people watch Terry Bradshaw and the Steelers, and I watched Eddie LeBaron and the Redskins because that's all we could get on television. What did you have growing up, David?
I'm 49, and I grew up in North Jersey, so we got New York television.
Mm-hmm.
So, first off, college football in the Northeast.
Non-existent.
There's 2 schools, Notre Dame and Penn State.
That's it. Well, Boston College occasionally, but you're right.
It was for 2 years with Flutie. I know. It was Notre Dame and Penn State.
Yeah.
And that was, for a whole region of the country. And even today, college football, I think of the top 50-plus markets in the country, the college football playoff rated the lowest in New York. It's, it hasn't, in that sense, it hasn't changed. So, but, buddy, I got Giants and Jets games, and in the late 70s, early 80s, I got a lot of bad football.
Yes, you did. And, I think we all cling to our boyhood memories of some of the most fun times, but you're right. We saw some awful football back then. What else did we have? And speaking of college football in New York City, I'll tell you this story real quick, and you can relate to it because it's just what you said. I went to a seminar at Columbia University one time for sports editors, and we met with groups of people from all over the country, and we graded each other's papers. And at that time, I was a sports editor of a paper called Florida Today. Actually, it was called Today. And we had a Saturday paper, a Sunday paper, where we had the Florida-Georgia game and the World Series going at the same time. And we played the Florida-Georgia game above the World Series. And the guys who were in the Northeast said, how can you do that? Put college football over the World Series? And yes, we did. And you're right. It was far more important than anything else to us in those days. I'm talking 60s, 70s now, and it still is important, isn't it?
But it's funny you ask about things I remember growing up. Being in the Northeast, Jim Lampley, I remember him doing halftime of Keith Jackson's 3:30 game on Saturday. And Lampley from the studio told me what the food was in the Auburn press box for every home game. And it was all kinds of food that, now I'm quite familiar with. But as a, teen in Jersey, I'm like, wow. Where can I get me some of that? That sounds great.
Yes, and you've had the food in the press box all over the SEC. I was saying earlier that here's a guy who, enough that you got a talk show in the afternoon every day, Miller and Moulton on 99.3, and that you also now write a column for the news press. And then also you call college basketball games, but you also get on an airplane and go to the biggest CBS football game every Saturday. That's pretty cool. And so tell me, who has the best press box food in the SEC?
Oh, wow. Well, damn. Of all the things you've asked me, this might be the first time you've got me flummoxed. Wow. Probably Ole Miss.
Okay. So Southern cooking.
Yes, and a lot of it, and phenomenal desserts, and they bring it right to the booth. And yes, I would have to go Ole Miss.
Interesting choice. And there's when I grew up, unfortunately, covering the games, we got hot dogs. That's what we had for halftime.
Oh well, please, we still get them, and having worked with Vern, I mean, I've joked with Vern if he ever writes a book, he's one of the suggested titles is 2 hot dogs at halftime.
I like that. We talked about your friend Gary Danielson, and in past years, I used to have him on the show once in a while. And I told Tom that I think Danielson is one of the more astute observers of the game. And Tom's response was, well, yeah, he probably is, but a lot of people think he was prejudiced against the Gators or prejudiced, and that's one of the downfalls. That's the Achilles heels of fans. They all are paranoid who think you're against their team. Take all that out of it and talk about a guy calling the game as he sees it, and a guy who does his homework. I think probably Danielson might be the most underrated broadcaster in sports television.
Well, I mean, I can't talk about this unbiasedly because, not only do I work with him, but, we're very good friends. But I will say, and I've noticed it, if you're a broadcaster that will occasionally say something negative, people will not have nearly as good of an impression about you as they will about the broadcaster who is never negative. Kirk Herbstreit is very good at what he does. Kirk is very rarely pointed negatively. All right? Even if he is criticizing it, he will do it in a softer way than the way Gary would criticize the same play call or officials call or what have you. And that is why I think opinions of broadcasters whose style is like Gary's. Collinsworth has a similar style in which their criticism can sometimes be more pointed. The fan will remember one pointed criticism of their team, and especially college football fans. That's it. It's ball game over after that. Oh, he's biased against so-and-so, which, believe me, the one thing I know Gary is not is Gary could care less who wins. You've been in it, buddy. We hope for a good game in the fourth quarter. After that, they really could care less.
Yeah,
but fans don't believe that,
No.
and then that's what makes college football, as passionate as it is. But I think it's because the broadcaster who will occasionally get pointed with their criticism, those are the ones that have the highest negatives. Instead of fans going, wow, they really call it as they see them, eventually it comes around to calling it as they see it about their team. They don't like that.
College football fans are unforgiving, and they hold grudges, whether it's a coach, whether it's a broadcaster. We see that. We've seen it in Urban Meyer, the people who castigate him to this day. We're seeing it now in Will Muschamp. Gator fans think there was some kind of conspiracy about Muschamp recruiting players to Auburn. He recruited at Florida. That's been a big story, as you know. And they just don't forget. And they think that Muschamp should have been limited about recruiting players, and that he recruited at Florida. But the rule and the deal is that Muschamp had a rule in his contract, apparently. He could recruit people that had his school had previously had contact, which Auburn had. So that was part of the contractual deal. And Jeremy Foley came out this week and said, hey, he's got a job to do, and let the man work. That's what he does. So what's your take on the whole thing about Muschamp to Auburn, and then, of course, the recruiting day and National Signing Day and all the hubbub and what have you about Auburn and Muschamp taking the players, et cetera? What's your take on that?
All right, twofold. First off, you can't be screaming from the hilltops, throw the bum out, get rid of the bum, we need a different guy, and then get mad at whatever the bum does once you've thrown him out. I'm sorry. Secondly, for the most part, he took a couple of defensive players away from him. And if he took some offensive players away from you, which I don't know that he did, maybe one, you should laugh and go, well, Will wasn't very good at picking offensive players in his 4 years. So I would, you lost a couple of guys. It's not the end of the world. And I really don't see how you can. I thought what Jeremy said was very reasonable. Like, listen, we told him we didn't want his services anymore. We paid him to go away. I don't, can you prevent the man from working? I mean, buddy, you and I are in an industry in which they have non-compete clauses, but you know how that works in coaching. The only part of it that gets negotiated is, hey, I owe you $5 million. Now, if you accept the job that's $2 million, then I only owe you $3 million. That's the only part that gets negotiated. They can't prevent you from working. This is America, after all. So, listen, recruiting is messy. It's ugly. You don't want to see how the hot dogs and the sausage are made. And this was one of those instances. I'm fine with it.
Exactly. It is ugly, and a lot of people are concerned about what is happening, as they always are in recruiting. And I'll tell you what I'm in favor of. This is crazy, but bear with me for a second. I get that the kids are upset when they're recruited by assistant coaches who then disappear the next day. Everybody knew they were going, and yet they didn't admit it. And that's what caused the whole thing with C.C. Jefferson, obviously, which was a bit of a fiasco, if you ask me. But there are two things here. One is that there should be some responsibility on the universities to come clean and admit that these guys are going to be going on to another job. And I would say have a letter of intent both ways. If they're being recruited by somebody, say, sign a letter of intent saying you're going to be here. I think that's a fair thing to do. What do you think?
You're not signing. You're signing to the University of Florida. You're not signing to a running backs coach. I don't think you can go that far. I've always been in favor of, if I sign a letter in February, or we have an early signing period, say, and I sign, and then the head coach gets fired before I ever step foot on campus, I've always been in favor of the athlete having the right to raise their hand and go, can I go somewhere else? Because I kind of went there because he's the coach. But I don't think you can ever take it below the coach. I also think, buddy, if we had an early signing period, a lot of this stuff would go away.
Well, if I'm one of the kids, I'm not going to sign on National Signing Day.
Well, I'm totally with you. If you're a top 200-300 kid, I would sit tight for 48 hours. Absolutely. Wait to see if the people who recruited me are still going to be there. I do think, though, this year, I mean, come on, buddy, you and I pay a little bit of attention to this. I don't remember nearly as many position coaches not only leaving within 24 hours of signing day, but a lot of them left to go to the NFL. There's a lot more college coaches hired to work on Sunday staffs than I can recall, and particularly Sunday staffs that didn't have college head coaches. So I do think a little bit of this was an anomaly. I do think if we had an early signing period, we wouldn't have to re-recruit these kids for months. These kids could commit. Heck, in C.C. Jefferson's case, he might have already been enrolled. It wouldn't have mattered.
Speaking of landscapes changing, guess how many defensive coordinators changed in the SEC this year?
Let's see, 14 teams, 4.
How about 9?
Whoa.
Unbelievable. Now, that includes some head coaches like in Vanderbilt taking over the defensive coordinator. This also includes John Hoke, who was added to the staff as a co-defensive coordinator at South Carolina. But 9 of these things. Now, that tells me something. That tells me, A, there's a lot of head coaches concerned about their defense. And B, when you look at Will Muschamp's salary, which, by the way, is closer to $2 million, that the new rock stars of the SEC are defensive coordinators.
Which is ironic because what held the SEC back last year was offense and the lack of quarterback play and the lack of production offensively. But yes, all the change at the defensive coordinator's position, and, some of it was because guys got fired, okay, and they had to be. But, when Chavis left LSU, I have to admit, that was the biggest shocker to me.
It was.
Because first off, he's got great facilities, going to have great talent to work with, and he's making 7 figures. So when you get up and you leave, if I was an LSU fan, that could be a warning shot that maybe all is not well in Baton Rouge.
That's what it told me. He didn't like the offense too much, and obviously he and Miles didn't see eye to eye.
Yeah, and considering the talent that Les gives, John to work with, that's pretty interesting because he ended up at A&M, right?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, and I mean, we've all seen the talent on the defensive side of the ball that Mark Snyder had to work with the last 2 years. Yeah, that's not what John Chavis has had to work with here recently. It's a little lower class of player than what John Chavis has had.
Absolutely. David Moulton from 99.3 in Southwest Florida, Miller & Moulton, is our guest. Couple more questions, David. One of them is the College Football Playoff Selection Committee wound up okay, although there was egg on their face, obviously. But now we have another change to that landscape, and then Kirby Hocutt from Texas Tech has joined the group. Think back to what Art Browse said after the perceived snub of Baylor and TCU. Not enough people know about Texas football in that committee. Do you think that had any influence whatsoever in Hocutt becoming a member, taking Oliver Luck's place to be on the selection committee?
No, I just think it was one Big 12 guy replacing another Big 12 so that they kept the conference alignment the same. Just like if Archie doesn't come back, I think it'll be an SEC guy that gets put on it. Listen, to TCU and Baylor, no offense, after how this thing played out, you don't have an argument. I mean, the team that you said you should have been in place of lined up and whacked the top 2 teams in the country. I mean, so it sure looked like the committee, once again, we kind of got a little bit of a, look into how the sausage is made, and it wasn't necessarily pretty. And I hated how they rigged all the rankings from week to week, and I didn't think that any of that was necessary. But it's tough to argue with the Final Four.
All right, final one. Ed Sable passed, 98 years old, the father of NFL Films. His son passed away a couple of years ago. And for people who don't know what NFL Films were and what they contributed, give me a 30-second explanation of what you got out of NFL Films.
Well, Steve Sable said that the only other thing in American society that has ever been captured on film more than the NFL was World War II. And I think NFL Films was as responsible, if not more so, than the product for making the NFL the number one sport in this country over baseball. Because NFL caught up with baseball by the mid to late 80s. And I don't think it does it without NFL Films. My favorite show growing up as a kid, it aired Saturday nights in New York on Channel 11. Pat Summerall, Tom Brookshire, 1 hour. This is the NFL.
That was good stuff. As it always is with you as well, David. Thanks so much, buddy. Take care, and catch up to you on the other side.
Buddy, be good.
David Moulton, 99.3 in Fort Myers. Always something good to say. We'll come back, and we'll close up the show after this timeout on Buddy Sports Page.
1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local. The Source.
Are you tired of not using your home's outdoor space for entertaining or relaxation because of all the bugs and leaves? Consider adding a beautiful screen room or glass enclosure. We are Superior Aluminum and Design, a family-owned and operated business with 20 years experience in the aluminum industry, and we are accredited by the Better Business Bureau. If you appreciate superior workmanship, call Superior Aluminum and Design at 817-8058 or visit us on the web at superiораluminumdesign.com.
Let's face it, nowadays it can be hard to find American-made products, and that's something that Cabinet Sales of North Florida is well aware of. That's why they're an authorized dealer of Wellborn Cabinetry, family-owned and American-made since 1961. Cabinet Sales of North Florida is your answer for complete turnkey kitchen remodels and whole house cabinetry. Their cabinets are finished with solvent-based enamels for a long-lasting finish that's second to none. Available in an incredible selection of door styles and colors to choose from to turn your dream kitchen into a reality. In-house design and drawing services are available. Come by and see our displays for yourself at the Floors of the Villages, 3935 County Road 216 in Oxford, or Exquisite Design Kitchen and Bath in Bellevue, right across the street from the Bellevue Library. So whether you're looking for bookcases, kitchen, bath, or outdoor kitchen, Cabinet Sales of North Florida is your one-stop source of quality cabinets. For a free estimate, call 352-427-2647. That's 352-427-2647. Cabinet Sales of North Florida.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line and a new spoiler and a new truck.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
I wrap up tonight's program. Glad to be with you tonight, and thanks to our special guest, Dave Pingalore, who's on a plane to Puerto Rico to play golf, and also to David Moulton, 99.3. Interesting stuff. Part of what you'll hear a replay on Southern Pigskin tonight, Thursday and Friday nights here. So we want to, and I'll be on a little sabbatical, by the way, starting Friday on assignment, and Tom will tell you all about that. On behalf of my broadcast partner and our guests, I'm Buddy Martin for Tom Schmitz. Have a great night.